a be etna counter, a dress statement, a tear and some ahoduum near a year chrono dear, near a year and gato swap. Now after 2 years, I catch the pan say on some coffee. And you who and farmer or mine. So I believe, sir, you always see you on watch day. So what will be the plan, sir? Come to me a fast one na agencies na and farmer so I believe say you always see you one area so you say what be the plan na bet me afa and you be adwuma eye one na agencies na mo adwuma be so ani no kwam na bet me afa so make sure say see po yem po o see afa say na bet me afa so and you be adwuma eye be so really good question see mo adwuma be so ani no kwam na bet me afa so make sure say see po yem po o see afa say
total number of benefits a really good question see you wa DOP why you son of answer our question. My total number of beneficiaries
115,000.
No, why 15,000 beneficiaries?
115,000.
Currently,
yes, and then make some statement on the sanitation model. And now on mobile hanging on sanitation model beneficiaries and 1,000. Currently on because on mono and your why you on the sanitation model. And now on mobile hanging on. Sanitation model beneficiaries and count. Because omono enye why you need to direct. Omono proper a client who me anim the street so there be a paying for ya we adwuma. Omo proper market ya na client who street so why you create me handle this volume of a year paying for ya na yama you can handle sanitation model why you create
and you are saying sir apart from sanitation model beneficiaries, the other beneficiaries, other models, apart from up to date sanitation model beneficiaries, other beneficiaries,
businesses are. Why businesses why Unij, big garment company, Lydia Fashion, Amansign Training Unij. Lydia Fashion, Amansign, Yamabia a little over 92,000 the whole can afford 9 billion. Yamabia a little over 92,000 20 million. 9 billion. And yes, happening at the MO 20 million. When you associate, and yes, happening at the MO, your cheers can when you associate, I don't know, Omaka payroll, why you said Chomaka
as I'm
it's an mistake. I don't know, Omaka payroll, why you said Chomaka Bosumibia. It's an enemy statement. That's a sanitation model. Yes, make a definite decision. It doesn't why a
sanitation model.
But yes, have to make a decision.
A
decision. The agency is moving forward. We are more beneficiary centric now. We think about our beneficiaries, and we also believe, say, sanitation model. Yes, recruitment, recruitment, and there should be a solution to it.
Yeah, I get you. It is beneficiaries on the sanitation model.
45,000.
In the sanitation model, no a chunk of beneficiaries.
Yes, or more a chunk of beneficiaries. And to CPA. Ghana Police, you were 15,000 more.
Okay.
Your community health, you were 6,000 more.
Okay.
Your prison assistance, you were 1,500 more.
Okay.
Your skills training,
yes.
You got 10,000 more. You were the CSIR for no you were 250 SIR more.
Okay.
And now, currently, you were BIP. Business and Employment Assistance Program.
Yes.
I know that every month be added to it because by the end of the year, your person can make and come out. On my benefit 10,000. Say you were 2,600 and something.
Okay.
Okay. So it will can in Aboma. You will move every month piano because of BIP. Business and Employment Assistance Program. And your beneficiary list next week. July 1st week of August. You be a friend school support. Why you added diploma teachers in crossing communities
Diploma teachers.
Yeah, the Ghana Education Services signed contract, about 2 months ago. But we are hoping, say, and the president Bibia or the Nanobetum so am I. Yesika Sambeba now in August, first week of August.
And the diploma teachers will be paid
by the way.
Beneficiaries.
Diploma teachers we will pay them 1,000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana. Okay.
And the diploma teachers and kitchen support, you're from kitchen staff, you're kitchen for
and no senior high schools or
kitchen for any senior high school or security who can in our bomber first week of August. We are opening them out. Yes, rolling the school support model out and you're finding 10,000
at a go. For the school support model.
Yes, and then Yamibua August. You're 10,000 crofona you training or more.
Skills
training, or more passing out. Or more cardia bemo, I get masters in ano, yet bemo, your program.
I'm training for 6 months.
6 months, and your domo, your doma cardia be bemo in August. Yeah, no techiman.
Every beneficiary
at that or benya a cardia. And that's some of the Asampa for Hawaii warehouse. So,
I saw the video.
Dear man, go. Your warehouses be brand near my iguano. You pass away more outer. Near San the second phase of the skills training. Also another 10,000. Because by the end of the year, I was saying, man, 20,000 in San Wejuma. Yes.
I will be a starter pack.
Will be a starter pack at their shares here. Say, me a welder. Say, August, me pass it out welder. Me man welding machine. Portable one, maybe. My man, I want a cardiac. Internet say obi a chair no pedicure manicure facial no memma no menka no ma menka no bo me twa wo say ya de na be system na ye ne bi ni ama ne mirror ya ma ne niam nyina me ba me dem call warehouse mu hu ni nyina ego na de osua me no so ya ma ne wheelbarrow ya ma ne say na the account ya me boa in August in Tachiman ye pass omu nyina out 10,000 all over the country. Now you share the second phase of it.
Wow. Inti that of operations why a juma or why a check usiu ebaba beto ewo ho. What do you think from how Anioma Aircon the future of YEA? At where do you see the YEA in the next 5 years from here?
Yes, Obi, me that's it. Yes, me share Juma so why me fan say 7 to 8 years and
okay.
Now you need to see baby a chira pa your skills training. If we say service employment and so skills training employment and who on fast pa Emma or minor
ne lifetime skill.
Yes, because said ya work skills employment what they will be called service employment would be called Ghana High Service, would be called police service, and I would not call prison and fire service here. Police there, Obin Korea there, no being a debonia. No much working. Until Becca say, and for so paema, Nemo skills, Osia Juma, Nensanwe Juma, and a dear man Juma, until for so until you need more of skills training employment than service employment.
Okay.
Na sa service employment no enho edwumadie kase pa nsinti na yeba ha ne okay say ye no ye edwuma wie 2 years ya waka ye edwuma wo Ghana Police Service 2 years 4 years ye be ye recruitment e wo police service mu a ye say ono a wetumi no aye edwuma 2 years no on qualify na yakafa obi a we wie senior high school na ya hwe ne certificate o obi o si na ya fa ono na ye jai ono. And no near some can say, and
I don't crack is our problem.
Say, and a bayer the last issue because my penini see you.
And on my penny statement will make you and well. Emra cabinet.
Okay.
Now, who say a security risk and put and then Mebuno and Ghana Police Service Koye Juma. A boa more near Mobile about 2 years. I guess Omunia Cotina who there be okay. Omu Rema, ye training one more. Now, almost Sunday Ghana Police Service cross a edge, my friend one fan. Now be me Omobuayo, Ghana Police headquarters. Almost share your boss at this time. omo be fa bi but ye pese boshe no esipi
esipi
na ye ka kire o mampanyine na ono so jetu mu enne ono so ka say enye adepa.
Okay, but himself over the years why engage management of Ghana Police Service almost so how pan saying tia omu ye 2 years to
well reasons ne dey doso but me dey recruitment the priority underlined qualified qualified ones as a strategy the same way Ghana Prison Service dey no money problem because here recruitment no say eya mama ye omo won san no adwuma.
Okay,
so
okay,
community health for no it's sensitive kakra into what say ukonya the theory of it. Yes, omonya practicals no by working in the various ship compounds but omonya nurses.
Yes,
who person we nurse for nursing training school. Why last year ye boa 600 more go back to school. Yes, and this year ye sign be repeating in August, September. And we have a proper exit plan. But I said the no matter what be no, and what say you focus more on ensan with Juma.
Okay.
Nipa chronic dinner home. Obi antimi jim fin sem.
Okay.
Yeah, more me say you be pass on out no. You pass on out a year in August. Why you be that same day you lunch be a friend the YA jobs.
YA jobs.
Yes. YA jobs. YA jobs. Yes. No, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, YA Artisan app.
Yes, YA
Artisan app.
Yes, YA Artisan app. And no. Oko Google Play Store. Oko Apple yeah. Oh, we download. And then mabakumase. Ebi kura na me fie me pe plumber bia mana ya ade me te bantuma eno asa me call app na so a na ma type bantuma obia ya training no papa activate as certify no the information na beba no afre ni pa kona mana ba ofia na ba bi no aya ma
in as much as say yeah good thing no me MC the launch of YA Job Center and also your online portal am create is why another app enye
duplicity mama can say ncho na ya keka nyina na yanka YA Job Center and menua through the job center
the concept of the job center
no
app
no the job center is to link the job seeker to private sector jobs.
Okay,
eti mama can say ncho this year the Guinness Ghana year program
sure
training of about 300 people in hospitality.
Sure.
Going to tell you your models, no. We put it under job center.
Under job
center. Last year, yane afarinik. A cocoa rehabilitation program. Ya the mebru cocoa areas no mom kwa juma. Asante region kura about 1,400 and something. Do you know why I am fanka hono? Ya fanka your beneficiaries no?
Yes.
Because anye ne bo monka. We got them through the job center. So
yes.
Job center ne there. App we na ye create.
How do you say why ye job center na? Your artisans directory e wo so. Modern artisans ni nyina information egu ho.
Say no, ye be isolating no. Ye be isolating internet. Se wo pe obia obeba be yansa no adwuma ayi bia ma wa. Wo koso ba bia wo be ko. Enya afa na wo be ko job center na wo click here na wo click. There be ye be ma life are comfortable. With an app a wall phone so. Baby I wo be dru bia no me wo patase me dru ho enne me ka attire pai. Ebia fitani wa ha hwan na ma frɛ no say ni information beba nipa ko na certify no when madwuma na TVET approve bibia no wa frɛ no ye pese say life no say ewiase no ye digital o enti obi a smartphone obi a service obi a mpebere bebre sa obi a pese easy bibia finger na ba na wabo eni that is the add on ye dey ma omo a ye ma omo nsa no adwuma no ye on board omo onto the app ye nwie ye say bo omo ama omo aton omo ho and why ye will start massive marketing for them because we want people to visit the app ye person ye one stop shopper obi a pe bibia and never friendly pakro obeba abia ama ni nyina aka
see me final question and sana yama wo akọ
na me musa final question man ka youth in ICT no
youth in ICT
we ma kote ya from mama heavy no your beneficiaries are from ba 8,496 no. Omo ye payroll so. Your programs ni bi wo what to say youth in ICT and Accra Digital as a Ghana Digital you for na and no your mom training ko a your mom stipends.
Okay.
Enti no and can home but training cost na youth employment agency ye tua amount and AI artificial intelligence and ye nyina ye kire mabunu ni bi. Man fa youth in agrika and then woko agogo woko kumewu woko wenchi ya share land mechanization ase yam fa mabunu no enka ho because yan sha ase ntua omoka ye do mu nyina aka ho a enka mu nyina no enka ye omo ye payroll so ke be kasa why ye beneficiaries
but in the program no why beneficiaries forum the real essence of any program there omo ba be here
obi ye di agency no ho nkomo nyansa ni Akufo Trimo dey be make say me Kofi Japan just the leader omo and what field
now we give feedback from the beneficiaries.
Yes, we are taking feedbacks from the beneficiaries on how to improve our programs and models.
But did you need to do something like
yes
this?
Of course. Like I find and all number of hours idea will be able to question obu okra na wo ha say kwale bia the number and person will change bibi wo ne information e ye odama ye so ene yi aha otimi bebu ebusaye aha so eboa ma management members and beneficiaries face to face say anya district directors now no more ho biem no bibi how aka kire yen etimi wa ha management members eso wa ha so this is a very important exercise.
We ask that question because said in our channel the new world no you find easy means of doing things very efficiently ain't say a feedback and a it should be constant mechanism be a feedback from beneficiaries.
Yes, but
and one day
the new world now step by step how I receive information from beneficiaries through our district office. But this time we wanted a face-to-face with management. Never happened in the history of the Youth Employment Agency. Management and beneficiaries face-to-face. Mumbusaye. Muna mo for mo. District for no more hamana. And I said, dear Bena, Mosha, yeah, market driven. Say no, your models. Yes, we have traditional models. Go check why you act no. But maybe to say business and employment assistance program.
Yes.
It's not in the YA Act. But you're sure COVID by a month fully in Pro 4 off. How do we get those people back? YA should help with salary payment. That is it. Demand driven. It solves a certain problem immediately. And it is step by step. And yet the piano you don't remember but once a while, face to face, a bois. Yes, technology.
Meaning say you were satisfied with the kind of feedback amunya from beneficiaries.
And I'm saying,
don't you think say it be because of the atmosphere?
Many there be no be because one and nobody wants say OBNC registration table or register. Oba machine be no type of YA number and also Momo number. Your bankers ever picking it directly. And because your system no. And then you debate your allowance at the amount. You can say, Obia, Obibia, Ekano, Becanene. A bit more, in fact, the major issue, and I make a share many a question say, Anna Ed Dennis say, or no, and no buy, no, I don't even know what any beneficiaries be because I almost say, they are catch you about beneficiaries, no, almost say, why you are catch you not dear. Now omuso ho no CPA community police for no ye we are police for number 5 and no omampanyini a show mobo and no and that
but say me tie me colleague on other models no mo ka say o market to aba o na me was sanitation model say me di yawo
and no me say yawo no and no de yawo o man hene and
but I was board members ni ebe yanti me
board members Anna,
that's what my policy direction.
But a bit from management one hour. Mamma can't summon you. Board. YA has resolved, board management has resolved that there will be drastic changes in the sanitation
model.
Yes, since the YA by 2006, you have run sanitation model. But this time you will see difference YA.
We want him say. The last time a mobile launch, mobile launch, tailor for dressmakers at the cultural center. Was it
Prempeh Assembly Hall?
Prempeh Assembly Hall. After the launch, many would come studio. You made the point, said drastic changes in the sanitation model.
But say contract
1 year down the line.
No. Say no. The good thing is the contract is expiring in
September this year.
Okay. So then we have the upper hand now
to make a decision.
Say I'm making decision not just here some first one.
It is you before
now, the 45,000 beneficiaries who will blame you.
Was guess. And they should have been here. They should have been here.
Okay.
But because say they cannot be part.
Yeah. Eric Ejay, a member of the NDC, or say Obi, according to the YEA boss, proper allocation is not being made to address the devastating unemployment issues. Instead, the government through the finance ministry is making unnecessary expenditures at duplicate ministries under this very reckless government. The youth must vote for change. And
your politics near there be because unemployment issues. I mean, Eric J. Unless I come to be known about now, on found we MPP and this new what time about with the boat trim. There's an issue that needs to be resolved. And the allocations to the Youth Employment Agency about 2 or 3 weeks ago, even it was raised in Parliament. So I can't come and sit here and lie. That is why we don't play politics with youth employment and unemployment issues.
Yes.
Because they are dear to our heart. It is a dear bay policies banner or no what dear go say about best of youth unemployment. What are the policies?
But they've mentioned some of them to you.
I am telling you, say, why you dear you know what say? Your bomb pioneer so why yes, and you're training by the end of the year 20,000 youth. And Obi sorry. Want to fear a cow or sorry when your baby call. I do not money trim. No, if you know your baby and qua, not urban trim. There are issues that needs to be addressed. When we enjoy unnecessary politics, no.
Okay. I was in a question.
Bishop, before see you bekono. So at this forum, management of YE, dear na more picking up, Makwako resolve.
One. The major one, absorption into the CPA.
Okay. Yes.
And no.
Police
and president are shareable. And the other issue, so I'm all for Bebre complaining about numbers, no mobile. I'm not for person who change your mobile numbers.
Momo numbers now would it
no. Okay. Percent or change it. And now, apart from that, no, or more no one, no. There are issues. Ebia Obiwa. The unim say why ye beneficiaries or more insurance with SIC. Bebre and no mobile.
Beneficiaries need name.
Okay, so
management
and the beneficiary for me and now mahu I say what we hear Juma men say we Juma Ghana police now so na kobo park so Sakura park so no prayer say why not insurance no and credit me kita for 8 grand. There have been cases why ye yeah, no beneficiaries ni bo hwa bibia to no and I say yeah fa to ye ho so na ya me catch you say yeah why ye be wo bia no. The beneficiary is at the center of everything we do. We listen to them more. Omo na field and so omo nim de ekoso. Hwe yeah well deeper bebre almost 100,000. Yeah why ye staff here yes baby 2,000. Administrative staff
2,000.
Yes.
Ghana
every district be our office wall.
Okay.
Every district be our office wall. So
okay. And omo ina so mutu your moka.
Omo ina so yetu omoka.
Fat salaries.
Edgy bonus.
But who say multimedia to any case one
come in here
but I was with your taxes.
Oh sure.
And I was only to just and who say taxes now multimedia to your mouth.
The right
taxes are multimedia to your but that be I say
yo Kumasi ya did media ni fi abramo ene why mpanyefo na edin komo why dwumadi sonko bi e wo Kumasi ha YA Beneficiaries Forum, just for management to get to understand issues beneficiaries na FM the ombetimi aso abre and a buy na omo hwe baby a ombetna ISR program no omo ba bantama so nye baby akeke Church of Pentecost. Church of Pentecost I swear no beje edidi dwuma nti ayefe ama bibia etimi akoso kama ma menkai mo say why board member baako ewa how no assign a deputy minister in charge of local government and rural development or ha enche yene no ebedi nkomo sia but answer no director of operations yebeja ama ma onu CEO akwa o concluding remarks why your beneficiaries need him and yene beneficiaries need be so bedi nkomo na ya hwe said the nioma esi echo director of operations finally the OD AGI me patcho
and they are ye na ye di kofie kese pa eye ni da so mayen any bosha omanpeni de ma eye community police assistant
sure
say oyo omanpeni na waba na webetie nkwala no sufre say eye recruitment a Ghana Police Service and consider one or suma eye minister of employment say on fakrata ambra cabinet
okay
na cabinet internaso no mo hwe saa nhyehyɛ no na o mana emfa na so echi enkwada asam o yusu ye no na no ahye yenkran bebree amama ye so ye bosha de man kwala no o ma hu say why ye management ye nte ho saa free say CEO any minister e ka saa no eno pa na begina so na megidi say forum ya ye say obi ka say mfaso aba ho a eno ne mfaso kese free say nkwala 15,000 over na be recruitment na ye ntumi consider omumu bia say because so ye CPA dia na che say ye di omani hwambo nti eno no eye nkrahye kese ma me kese pa ebobo ama ejumedi na iden akoso Ghana Health Service papa nso ba ye Dr. Abuaje nso be say ne kase mukina say omu bokoso aboa na transition from community health assistant to the fresh and qualified nurses no betumi akọ school almost abaye nurse for the same thing in prison for so ene aka ntenu ina aboa man kita hodie no ewie peye na botaye a esi ene so no ya ma na ayede ayeye ntenu ne asamo a me de ehye me nkran kase pa
very well yeah that's papa my men kai one a wo hwe on YouTube live and a Facebook live say mo complain here ebonani kakraba nya me adom. We are now live on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, because our machines no. Because born in nature, our machines no.
Oh, that's men can baby.
Because our machines.
What's light and do me? Yeah, buy a light and call
problems a bemo. And to make us a born any or machines.
I mean, because I can't hear the born. See your machines the born any kaka.
Machines and boy any.
See you. But we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Into bet me call. Asempa 94.7 FM on YouTube and Asempa FM Extra on Facebook. Now watching live. Baby, I war any the air kosoa. Kama. Technical team nabo home day. We are streaming live in the motion and so. I akwesi see Obama in the concluding remarks.
Yeah.
Now afi
Deputy Minister.
See you. And finally the Odijawo beneficiaries are 80.
Obi, asema me catch obi bia why eboa. It does say skills training. It does say community police, community health, prison assistance, youth in modern building technology, ICT, agric. And nasi bibia why eye boawa bosome why etiauka. Sikani yanka say eye bebre.
Sure.
But who say eye o mind na ebo hoka. Who say eye o mind na ebo hoka. Enye sika na ebu ana ye cheche. Hweso ye. Ya adwuma ne ye na daachen aso woso oma wadamfo ene wabusua eso asema metima ka che beneficiaries ana
obi se me musa wo say the allocation bit from the Ministry of Finance too because say January 5% pa munyaye ene motimi aye nneoma ye hu ya meaning say ye mamu more you be able to do more.
That's what I mean. I said last year in prudent management of our resources. And and why and now no kasi etimi beneficiaries no.
Okay.
Enti ye ministry no egusu 18 komo. Many ye ministry no egusu 18 komo. or my share boss inflows beba. And no time is August. Yeah, be and as you launching new model. No?
Okay.
Because ministry na catch say February, March, April, and in May or Mobetia am I?
Okay.
It's time catch say yeah allocations a bar and now when you saying 8,496 waha. The next time just on high Wembley
Stadium, Emamo. Very well. See what you say. Into your best science so Eddie Komobi. We wish you well. Right. Congratulations. And that's the CEO of the Youth Employment Agency and Motain and on the Director of Operations and Ebaha Boy. That's a Panyamisha. And almost sorry, Deputy Minister in charge of local government, decentralization, and rural development, Honorable Vincent Eko Asifua Esquire, Ababe Kansa Ewaha, or signed double as a board member of the YAA. In the Anion Subedi and some of the policy issues, no, na yetimi ebusane direction our board, no, the agency, no, Eko. I think number one on the agenda really would be this. Recruitment into the Ghana Police Service.
The exit plan.
Exit plan. No? I think it's a major issue. Sure. And then what the agency wants to do with the sanitation model. Yeah. Maybe I start with that one. Honorable Akwaba na pom to say. Bibi Akoye.
Bibi Aboko so na odwane jaye.
Ya bafie
for some time in Tonka. Me dem ni me bia wo ba bi so tie for de bi o mu ni bia wo. E de tokro bia o shem bia ni bia wo she. But obafie welcome to us Asanteman. Welcome to
Kumasi.
We are sure join to the baby what me we
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, basa na o see.
Dominic so atro ko ho na say bia okay man.
Bia you fine. You we already out of komo kakaba nsa na no. YA board, no. What decisions are you taking on the sanitation model?
Well, Dedi kan my memfa nchian fa my T4 and ashafo nyina.
Yes.
When it comes to unemployment issues in Ghana, I think that per the National Security Report during the President Akufo administration.
Sure.
A can be and a mass, why sanitation model and all those things about because critically, Washa, a mebuno, a war Africa, and if you yourself and we carry the majority of the people. Yeah, for that matter, a Bambia to be able to bring out projects and policies for you to be able to deal with such a canker because a issue can see a power.
Sure.
And I am very passionate about such a conversation because I represent the youth. Most of the youth across the country share Yemubi as to how we can carry their voices at the higher level for their voices to be heard so they be able to be their bow. And so if there is any policy, and I say, Jumadi be Koso, I have found Mebuno. Now, I represent you, our voices cannot be heard in a very good way. They will be satisfied that then it means that it is problematic.
Sure.
In 2021, Anna Miminya Akwenya say me serve on the board of the YEA by virtue of His Excellency President Akufo Addo's appointment. At the time, the directive and as a directioner, His Excellency the President de Mayeno, was for us to be able to make sure that one, we will be able to expand employment opportunities.
Okay.
So that be I'm ranting about to me because at the time we had already implemented the free senior high school education. So it was the idea of His Excellency the President say after some ranting no school where we know if government cannot absorb all of them, what can we do as an agency to be able to make sure say bit me absorb a bit more? There are some of them who may not want to go to the university, but is there a certain stopgap measure here? Yeah. And I see a policy to be able to support such people. When we went to the board, I remember at the time, now Kudia, the current General Secretary, the CEO, and in most of our meetings, you could clearly see, say, Oshe Dr. Yabua, who is a member of the board, myself, Martin J. Mensah-Kosa, who is my minister currently, Bright Rekubro, the former employment minister. You could see that these were people who had a certain mentality of the youth. Until we decided that, for the first time, we need to critically assess the sanitation model and see how best we can make it better. Now, on the board, there have been a number of times that we've tried to make sure, say, the difficulties that comes with the sanitation model, you're dealing with all those difficulties. And then when I say see workers, and when to me and said there is about 45,000 people who are working on the sanitation model.
I think he mentioned it.
I don't think that he mentioned it there.
He mentioned
the forum. Okay,
no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to him very well. Okay. Because you could clearly see that he wanted to drive a certain force for the president to know that there is an imminent decision that is about what happening, and he will need the support of the president. Because more than this year, we realize we have to find a way sanitation model in the best system. Take it or leave it. It is not in the best shape and form. And me say being on the board for 4 years, this is the kind of model whether the MPP stays in power or not. I believe the MPP will stay in power anyway. But whether the MPP stays in power or not, that cannot be a legacy that we can bequeath to the people of Ghana. It is going to be very shameful for me because I have not been able to represent the youth of this country very well. In Tibinia, I may not want to go so much into detail, but they made me a catch on and say the YEA sanitation model is not in best shape and form now as we speak.
And there will be changes.
Of course.
That you can assure the youth.
And so the CEO was one way or the other championing and calling on His Excellency the President that he should be expectant of drastic measures or sanitation model.
And that can include a cancellation of the current contract.
Yes, because you see, the CEO mentioned that by next 2 months, that is September to end.
Contract
it is my position that we should not renew that contract.
Okay. So, as board members, what is the main challenge what this sanitation model? I'm difficult for you to resolve.
Me jump the gun. As I said, there's a lot going on that as a board member, I don't think that it is right and fit for me to talk about certain things here. But what I can say, medical culture, and I say the YEA sanitation model is not in best shape and form. And yeah, idea, Sebi, me to me as a legacy to bequeath to the Ghanaian people. And I know that his Kofi Japan is also in tune with such a decision. In fact, unanimously, the board members, and not me alone, our board chair being the leader, all the other board members, even the institutional representation, agree unanimously that we have to do something about that contract.
Beneficiaries of the sanitation model no areas
sure.
Apart from say if it is adequate,
they don't do any society problem.
If it is adequate,
for now,
when you see them waking up around 4 a.m. going to sweep or more prapra, almost sad ball and no make home. And if the person goes home with not more than 350 Ghana cedis,
that's currently how much they are paid.
Come on.
But
we cannot do that.
350.
We cannot do that. We cannot do that. Because you see, hey Obi, we are Pentecostal, me a Catholic.
Yes.
You see, when the Bible says that, whatsoever that you do,
do it as if you do unto the Lord.
Yeah. You get the point. Inti Obi sounds ampanyampa me mame Auntie Paulina.
Yeah.
Auntie Paulina. And I say, me papa, Mr. Polycarp. Anna, what's your home matching 4 o'clock? I pra. Now, after the whole month, I'm on 300 Ghana cedis. I will not even get into the point and say those monies have not been paid.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even get there.
The quantum they cry a problem.
Yes. Because when him say, yeah, 1,000 and I say 2,000, it is your money. Anytime it is paid. And I say anytime you be So that discussion, I don't really want us to go there because first and foremost, the amount of money you is woefully inadequate.
It is even insulting. It is board mutinasi. Say na ye and before that, some of the implementers of the sanitation model said they pay them per the number of hours on the year. So it's not as if say I employ say 8 hours. You are the year like me OB a and Nabosmia so near time 300 and 350 the Ashabesa.
No, but with the why you know say Osha the concept and what informed how much they are paid at. I don't think they pay any hourly rates.
Assuming that it is even per hour.
Okay. Yes.
I want us to be human. let's approach this perspective as human beings. Okay. Forget about those kind of analysis I am Akufo make, you know. Obi, me no tiwe. Ana say bi, enye say bi am me MP. And that's also ne multimedia na ejuma. Are you saying that if your mother works with the sanitation model, you bet you an 300 Ghana cedi, are you going to be happy with it?
No.
That is the discussion that we should have first and foremost. That is the discussion. I was here having first and foremost. And I think for media, and at the papa was
sure.
I am not going to be part of any decision that will seek.
That will perpetuate the status quo.
Because by September and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that we will need the support of cabinet. We will need the support of the mother ministry. We will need the support of Ministry of Local Government as well. Because most of the districts now, they are separate contracts that has been signed with the various district assemblies in terms of carrying refuse and all that. Maybe if at the higher level, say why you can see stop it, or better still be then government should allow us for us to take YE from the Ministry of Employment. Any other agency who can manage it. Okay. Because
but the other thing they say, should the decision, of course, I don't want to preempt decision board the management be taken. But say a decision is taken, say, okay, we want to now absorb the sanitation model into YE proper. Now acquire part of the other models are YE managing now. Has the YE got the capacity to do that? The sanitation model?
I think say YE as we speak. So we used to have 45,000 people no more.
Yes.
Sanitation model now. It is already superintending over about 55,000.
Sure.
That's about 70,000.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. With the requisite human skills, senior mechanical say right from the onset, it be easy. But of course, we need to do it at least for the sake of our future generations. Okay. With time, you set a certain path. 600 cities or 700 cities will be the same management. That money can also be used near the for all you know, 100 or 1,000 cities at the service provider.
Yes.
Now, after the Okoma beneficiary 700 or 800, not 200 management. That is fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
But
the board will also be open to question me about. The board will be open to if the current contract, the parties are reach a consensus, say, okay, we cannot continue with the form of the current contract. By adhere to say a same kakra, then the board is open to allowing the current contract to continue.
What the board, in fact, the other time, and this might not be a proper forum for me to be sharing what has been discussed with the board and all that. But what I know, they say, we are even thinking about how we can float the idea for people who are interested, for people who can also show their mettle, put in their bit, that come and show us that indeed you can manage this system for us. Come and show us that you can manage this sanitation model for us. If people, or if you like, persons are able to show their methods, say indeed they can do so, why not? Because there should be some amount of competition. There should be some amount of allowing people to also know, say, yes, you bet me.
Yes.
Because the monopoly, we are going through a lot
of challenges. Senior, I agree.
As a board member, some of the text messages
from beneficiaries.
What you say? Skikani esano said na unu eken. And that cannot be the fault of YEA because YEA does not pay such people. So you can say all the beneficiaries under the YEA is current on this payment. So if sanitation model no say models it will be what?
But let me ask this question. Of course, I mean, YEA doesn't pay them directly, but the contract with the service provider, the parties to that contract, who represents the government of Ghana?
It is the YEA,
of course,
but it is not the YEA that pays.
Okay, so it's
YEA is added them on the terms of that contract.
Absolutely, and that is why I feel.
And the terms contains and includes how much the beneficiaries are paid.
Absolutely, and that is why I'm saying that the shape and the form of that the model
should change.
Not
okay.
So Azim says, YEA through government, each or more the service provider pay 1,200 per each beneficiary. Now you consider the operational cost of the service provider. You ain't a fee so bet me more than the scar or cheer and my beneficiaries. Say.
Well, I know by an argument for another day. If you bring the service provider here right now, he will give you the justifications as to how much are already and the essence and the relevance of every amount that he is charging. What you are saying?
Sure.
So I don't have a problem with how much the service provider take. My interest is for me to be a Ghanaian first and foremost. My interest is for me to be a human being secondly. And my interest for me is say, may I sensitive enough for me to know, say, as a youth on the board, how can I represent the interest of the youth?
With 300 Ghana cedis.
300 Ghana cedis, it doesn't
but
make sense.
I think minimum they should take how much the other beneficiaries.
That's 500 at least.
Yeah, of course, minimum.
But just say why you be increasing the charges of the service provider to be able to meet your minimum payment, which is 500 cedis currently.
Well, not just also the amount in here.
No, but even in the 1,002. So you are saying, say, in the 1,002,
yeah. No? To be 500, no.
Because the contract then I can say, emanintria 500.
No, I said,
I say, oh no, justify say obey here that much for the management.
Like said, the owner working. On now 1,002 no. On the name and near ma a come and sana the beneficiary net me akwa bonti akwa ye.
Sure.
E be am a fat track. E be am a to
Aboboya.
Me wo me
mama tare Wellington boots.
Ni nyina aka 1,002.
But we no nipa ba kope na aka. Ama o
price. Of course.
Sure. If you give room for other people, you might know that.
That's what.
Yeah. You're not crying yama no e ya depa.
Okay.
You get the point.
Yeah.
Sure. If you cry no yama no. He has been charitable to government.
Sure.
It is also possible that other people can also do it
far better,
at a cheaper cost. Yes.
So just allow it so that all of us, government, board members, YA management, will be satisfied that indeed what you are doing,
It is somebody one kind there, but Munyanka at least the least payment requires send here. YA the over 70,000.
That should be the most reasonable thing to do, at least for now.
500 cities. And you're bad.
Yeah, it's the most reasonable thing to do. And we'll see how the conversation will pan out by September.
Board unanimously.
Yeah.
Anyame Vincent.
Board
it is the board unanimously. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the board has agreed that there should be drastic changes in the shape and the form of the current YA sanitation model.
Very well. Ekosiisen so high Asempa 94.7 FM. We are live on radio, live online. Oko Facebook. Asempa FM Extra, YouTube and so Asempa 94.7 FM. Ubetimi Asha live. Ewo ye Kumase and the Ekosiisen Jumedi no Ebremo. Mini aba Kria Boachiwa yi adom and the rest of the team won crying. Share to Tonyoma ewo studio. Many akwesinsia and so ewo Kumase together with the production team, the technical team and the rest of the team. You are high Jumedi and Efria Abremo from now till 6:30 p.m. You are in Amanfo Bebrina Ebeshe Edin. Currently, we are speaking to the Deputy Local Government Minister and a member of the YEA Board, and the AD and Komo. And I can see maybe the next question about create exit plan in the Edin Komo the sanitation model area. Honorable, the exit plan has become an issue since time immemorial. I mean, you share YEA concept here as the issue of the exit plan because originally me and him said. Every beneficiary will be on the program for 2 years. Oria was say, or moving on, other people ever. Or moving on after 2 years now, what they go out there to go and do has become a major issue. We also know, say, a lot of the models now were carved, said the exit plan be easy. In your health, I wouldn't say you can move into the Ghana Health Service. Sure. Or education, you can move into GES. Or community protection, or Ghana Police Service. It doesn't seem that is working perfectly. Especially Ghana Police Service. What can the board do? And so what has the board done in that regard?
Senior, my problem, Kakra.
Okay.
My problem is how we have overburdened the executive arm of government. Okay. That every decision we have to cry onto the president.
Okay. Yeah.
Why? We took an African man. You took an African man. Who happened to be the president of the United States of America, to come and tell us that we should solidify our institutions. Senior, so all your Ghana Police Service institution. Now what training and for about 2 years. Now, all financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance. Then, in the financial clearance, you cannot be restrictive enough. Say the financial clearance is supposed to take care of CPA for who are already part of you. So you are taking this. If you make it open, that is where my problem is coming from. That is where my problem is coming from. Because a Ghana Police Service, and penny for a dano, one a here nipano, and in Crofono Babaye Jumano, you are better off taking people who have already worked with you for about a year or two. So when you are writing to the finance ministry, and you do not make it restrictive enough that this financial clearance are made penal, because Nancy Mahusa advert be in the name.
Mobile recruitment, yeah, sure.
Was it restrictive? Well, if it was restrictive, I'm not sure saying a CPA for Esuha. I am not saying we should not also give room for be a 1 year CPA to become a Ghana a police personnel. But I'm saying that every year, if you are going for your financial clearance, if say there should be a certain quota for the people who are already experienced, having the hands.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, it's something that should happen. Yeah.
When that happens, you cannot go and touch on an executive arm of government and as a president say intervene, because the institution itself is failing to know that I need the experienced hands to come and help me. The same happened to GRA. GRA, boys, they have so much experience in tax collection. And to say GRA before ni power financial clearance, no one making it restrictive. Who do you blame? Why should the executive arm of government and as a president? You are telling me that you, the institution yourself, you don't need the experienced hands to come and work with you.
But at the board level, for the purposes of Incomo, at the board level, have you engaged the Ghana Police Service, the management of the Ghana Police Service?
A number of times, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, and yes. I think say in charge of that.
Okay.
In fact, it has been the headache of Chris for all these months. Me MP, CPO for be waterful. On a number of days, number of times. You have text messages, you have calls from people who think, say, I want an opportunity to enter the Ghana Police Service. Why should it take the MP to lead a CPA personnel to enter the Ghana Police Service? Is the Ghana Police Service itself or the GRA or the Ghana Prison Service itself telling me that they don't need the experienced hands?
Okay, so Obi, manya a private message from a police officer who is saying, say, my money ding, but a message no what. So if I'm to summarize or say, I go see let Obi ask Honorable Minister. The Ghana Police Service Act and share police force a change na yen quote for
CPA for no. Okay.
Now, is he saying should we go against the Service Act, which allows us to open for all Ghanaians to apply?
Okay.
Whether a CPA beneficiary or an average Ghanaian who is not part of CPA.
Okay. I think it's a good question. But it's a good question. Like that? But I think that's the same.
Correct him. No, I didn't say that. That
I agree. But the point is, I think the point Honorable made, they say,
it is in your interest.
Even if you would open it up to the rest of Ghana, make sure that there is a quota for the people I'm not training or more data. I mean, it's really a no-brainer.
Sure.
The Ghana Police Service Management, it should happen. The idea was they should find a way of absorbing Sankophone. And as a sum of them, we don't have to even be having this conversation.
My minister, Minister can say, and Opebia 6 a.m. Who CPA ni Abrantia? Traffic from 6 a.m. almost every day. So are you saying that Obi Otifino is far better than such a person? I am saying that in my interest, it is the interest of the Ghana Police Service themselves.
And in fact, national security interest.
What you say? It is not in my interest. And it is not in your interest. It is the interest of the Ghana Police themselves. Because training them in an ASICA.
Yes.
Yes. Administratively to train such people. But these are people that government had already trained for you. You may have a reason to bring in other people, but you should also have a reason, and you should also be interested in having the right people to work with.
Okay, so let's see this thing. The Ghana Police Service will be or funnel a training for about 6 months.
Sure.
But CPA4 go through a training for about 3 weeks. Are you saying, should we find a way to modify the training of the Ghana Police Service and the training of the CPA for to make them say at least meet the Ghana Police Service criteria.
No, but I'm even thinking, say, if almost had 3 weeks training now, they also have the hands-on experience. I think that's where
because they've been working for 2 years.
For 2 years. Hands-on experience. When I get training assembly,
sure.
We're training with the training school.
Yeah.
But if you training school 3 weeks, about a hands-on job for 2 years. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And I think in common way, you know, may a hammy say have this debate. But the Ghana Police Service should not even expect to be mechanical. It should be a matter of course. Say who for NIPA 2,000, the amount of clearance for NIPA 2,000. Yeah. And say she's because I may reserve 500 slots. And it should happen.
Obi.
I mean, it should happen.
Normally, you know, there should be a reason to get clearance. When I was at the Ministry of Education,
yes.
Senapo for
teachers,
or trust say, oh, ebia nipa do say na pension. Nipa do say na ebi abandoned service.
Yes.
And because of
gaps,
then based on that you ask for people.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm also saying that per that experience, it is proper for the Ghana Police Service through its Interior Ministry to, as it were, to seek for your friend say financial clearance based on a certain category.
Sure.
And all got financial clearance. Now, what just say there are a number of people that you have already trained in the system.
Sure.
You need them to work with the Ghana Education Service. In JB free, Yamamo 500. 1,000. There's nothing wrong. BBA no sure say because of the 500 or CPA because it is absolutely not proper that a system will go and bring in new people and leave the ones that you're already working with. People that you yourself you have trained.
Yeah.
But people said what has been the response from Ghana Police Service over the years? I'm more engaged you challenging the idea because
I think where the missing link I see, and Honorable Wayno, respectfully, because sometimes the level of engagement in so me engender certain results.
Yeah.
In the end, funny say the chairman of the board, led by members of the board, a seeking audience with the top management of the Ghana Police Service. At that level, the police service would attach some importance to it than, respectfully, the director of operations of YE,
director of administration.
And for the first time that I have listened to your YE program,
yes.
I would disagree with you.
Why?
When you say no, disagree with you.
Sure.
You know why? Your mandate.
Yes.
To create a stopgap of 2 years.
Yes.
Unemployed youth.
Yes.
That is our mandate.
Yes.
Why would it take me? Say, Papa Otiwe, say Beneba, Ayaria, Menamako Country for Abako Hospital.
No.
Obi,
you made a very important point.
Obayaria. Oh, expect to say Vincent.
No.
Minister of Health in T.
Yes.
And I said, Deputy Minister for Health in T.
Yes.
This time, Mbeka say, I want to give you a policy.
You made a point earlier, say you are on that board not representing yourself.
Yes.
But the interest of the youth across the country.
Absolutely.
What the youth are part of CPA no air penny say.
Yes.
Me no me mami a wona me nua no.
Yeah.
Marry me 2 years.
Yes.
Na manya kwan a join the Ghana Police Service. Whatever it takes for that to happen.
Yes.
The role of you.
And that is why I am disagreeing with you
and
because
if
there's
it
a certain
you going to meet the Ghana Police
I disagree with you.
You have to do that.
There's a certain scale of preference. The scale of preference, and they say Ghana Police Service for more and more the mandate to protect the citizenry.
Yes.
And I'm going to train him for about 2 years.
Yes.
I'm only Ghana Police.
Yes.
Why would it take me to tell you, say, you need to bring these people onto the stream?
Honorable Minister of Employment, are you aware of this concern?
Absolutely. He is the one who called on the president today.
Okay. So I believe he should then also take it up with his colleague minister at the Interior. Maybe if, say, at your level, Samo Pimna and Pimwa, because I know BK. And Yadi was saying, come on, crank it.
Now, I don't know who say Ghana Police Service phone, so dear Bear Pan.
No, ask them the questions.
You get to my point.
Ask them the questions. But maybe the NSA, for you to absolve yourself from some level of blame, if you tell us, say, Obi, so and so day, the board of YEA had a meeting with the top management of the Ghana Police Service.
Okay,
so and so assurance. So we are wondering why as assurance it's not happening. But as we speak, that meeting has not even happened.
No. there has been, you see, now me person me serializing common now who say there is somewhere sanka yetimi tackle no anka san komo dewe ina yede emba.
Okay.
Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
They have to know what they want. They have to think about their
No,
interest.
I agree.
And yeah, as a board,
I agree.
There have been a number of times you're charging the management to have a number of meetings with the Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
And indeed, of all the meetings that they've had with them, led by Chris Atta Anote, clearly shows you could see the frustration in the heart and the eyes of Chris Atta. Because they be under pressure. I think the last 4 months or so. Now, promise biaba, ama ye na edu to say, oh, and yes, I promise you by the Ghana Police Service, eba be faster ICP if we. Until there's going to be some headache, be free almost. Yeah. Up till now, I don't know anything about it. I am only saying, Minya, problem no, the okay in a me solve you all other places. If the Ghana Police Service write a letter restrictively, say you here for you hear this financial clearance for this CP, nobody can do anything about it. Can it be said 500 CP?
Can it be said the board and management of YA ain't me convinced the Ghana Police Service here?
No, they've not even met Ghana Police Service.
They met Kasa.
No. What said, Mr. Chris Arthur.
Yeah.
Who is director of operations of the YEA?
Okay.
And ISI engagement.
Yeah.
But let's
on
face
the
it.
directives
I agree.
of the board, because board cannot be seen to be micromanaging the institution.
I agree. But mind you also say the power given to the management, a delegated power. The running of that institution, is the board and I so. What delegating to me the management.
But we don't micromanage it.
I know. The Americans say, for an issue as important as this, if the board chairman of YEA is because I can say without a fear of contradiction, say maybe
it is possible it has been done.
Maybe. Say Chris person Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
He might not even have audience with the IGP.
Sure.
But the board chairman can do that easily. And when him say board chairman, and I know the CEO is a member of the board.
Yeah.
If the CEO with all the other board members, include the board chairman, Echo Ghana Police Service,
IGP,
any IGP Kotinase, Yohono Teha, Dampare Teha, all the other top police management members, no money board they didn't come over here. There should be a resolution to this problem. So would delegate Chris say on Konkoya. Yes, Chris will do his best. But the to me any emudrono and to say board chairman.
Because the okay squad members. Chris most of the time no, I just say dealings with the director of HR.
Yeah, the director of HR.
And director of HR also need to seek audience with IGP and other top management.
I think it's something the board would have to take up and do.
Big man.
No, honorable. The board would have to champion this. You are there representing the youth.
If you want results,
the board would have to champion this. I think it's looking like and Nope will be the only resolution. Of course, for now, President has stepped in, say Enco cabinet.
Yeah.
But the board could have resolved this thing a long time ago.
No, of course. I mean,
the power of management is a delegated power. BBR rises and falls on the board.
Yeah. Well, it's a good feedback.
Yes.
But as I said, we felt that it is not within our mandate to try to see a micromanaging institution when the CEO is there, because the CEO has that delegated power in your own words from the board. Yeah. So IGP for them to know, say indeed this is very important. However, that assignment is even needless if the Ghana police themselves knows what they want. Maybe problem
No, that I agree. Yeah. But of course, once they've not done it, let's assume for the purpose of argument we say they've been derelict in their responsibility. YEA should begin pushing them. Push them. And let's get, because Charlie 45, Cecilia will be sending me a message, say 359 a year can go high, or say 250 Ghana cedis a month. 250 cedis. What they call a year.
What do you call
a fear for crowd? 250 cedis.
What's about inflation?
Oh, now 250. 10% in the bed.
Oh, if Minister, are we getting assurance that YA board will take up the challenge from where
we have already taken the decision? We have already taken the decision. I hope the management will walk the talk in terms of the decision.
Okay, so quickly, minister directive now president in mind. So the paper now minister they be cabinet no. Is it for only CP or now all other models?
Well, I think I think for all other models.
Okay.
I think the CP.
No, but I think all other models need. For example, so Ghana Health Service here. If you are not trained, so why German for 2 years, 3 years, sure. And this is what the CEO said. Said they are now sponsoring some of the beneficiaries to go to nursing training, which is fantastic.
So I think
other models like Ghana Prison Service
and
customs and that kind of thing. And only because you see, even NAPCO they are not part of YE anyway.
Sure.
But GRA is so far Nipa or GRA. Well, I think they've been trying. But of course, some microphones are well experienced more than any first person I ever did. And that is what I think it should be done right from the agencies.
Okay. Why answer ni be jamo wakono ma yenye Ashanti region politics kakra ene Old Tafo constituency. Say Old Tafo constituency.
Old Tafo constituency.
Old Tafo constituency. Member of Parliament and Yeneno AD and Komosan, a deputy minister in charge of local government.
The 2020 will post now. What's now empire? Botch polls. You post in you know with your convention center number 3.
Oh, number 3 say.
Already.
Happy birthday to Apostle Professor Kwabena Ejapon Kodua. Apostle Professor Kwabena Ejapon Kodua. We are Vice Chancellor at Pentecost University. Apostle Professor Kwabena Ejapon Kodua, Vice Chancellor of Pentecost University. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. This is from Reverend Isaac Ison Adofo. Ono Ewo Customs. And all the way about. It's also your.
I think say son.
Reverend Isaac.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Also a customer officer at airport.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or a sofa.
And also a sofa.
Yeah, a sofa.
Yeah, Reverend Isaac is on the Dufo. Okay. Or a sofa. Sure.
A Dufo.
And happy birthday to Her Excellency Professor Margaret Ivy Amwakohini John, or a member of the Council of State and a lecturer at the University of Ghana School of Information and Communications Studies. From all your children, they say they love you. And Her Excellency Professor Margaret Ivy Amwakohini John. Now, Council of State members, you address you more with Her Excellency.
Debbie.
Council of State.
Excellencies are reserved for only President, Vice, and ambassadors and High Commissioners.
In your Council of State, on your Excellency.
Maybe or not man.
And I say be your former
ambassador.
Ambassador.
Okay.
But all your ambassador they are who free to cross still excellence in the house. Ain't a parliamentary candidate of the MPP war Domi Kwabena or His Excellency.
Oh yeah.
Better than SWAT is
so be yeah.
Okay. And the Professor Margaret Ivy Amwakohini John, Her Excellency, it's your birthday today. Or a Council of State member and a science lecturer at University of Ghana. And a big deal. Happy birthday to you. We say, okay, Inti, Kofi, happy birthday to you. It's also your birthday today, Kosi Akosua Menu. Also a parliamentary candidate for the NPP or Adentan constituency and deputy CEO Y National Youth Authority. NYA. Okay. It Kofi Tonto and Kosi Akosua Menu. Happy birthday to you. We say birthday wishes to Pojoba, Kwabena, Lord, and beautiful years ahead. Anyway, free Alex Martins and her and Eba Enti. Wish all of you very, very, very well. And I'm out for the confirmation there, but say why sanitation model beneficiaries no 250 Ghana cedis and Omoje at the end of the month. Enti 250. 250 Ghana cedis.
1 month to be.
And I will say buying Etria service provider the same.
In range of 1,000 to 1,200.
1,000 to 1,200
per beneficiary.
Yeah. In the chest says you 250 fee more, and that's say service fee in Kobe
750. I brought 750 crowd.
I brought 750.
Almost 950.
Yeah.
But I see any service providers. No, my the breakdown.
The breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
What goes into what?
Okay.
Any the NTM maybe 250 and 300.
I necessary for now. Very
well. Board members, we are aware. 800. Okay.
Okay. I think the proposed.
Yeah.
The proposed.
And 1,002.
And 1,002.
Okay.
Says Sankawaii 4G2 mu approve that new proposal. And I just 1,200. But for now, 800.
Okay.
And out of 800, we 250.
Yeah.
And a management fee now 550.
And that's a 550. Yeah.
Okay. It is Ekosiisen. But honorable young Shanson, the Beja or Kwamo Wakono. Ota for to say.
Well, Otafo boko.
A hoboko.
Bibia boko.
Bibia da form di.
Bibia boko.
A seat, I'll bet my maintain my MPP.
Well, Otafo de. We share the number of votes. If you have a Fibianwa.
It's one of my safe seats as a party.
My name the Abesi. Am I MPP? Ebe lose Otafo. It will never happen.
NC.
No.
2020. Who vote? Unya saying.
In 2020, I had a little over 43,000.
A little over 43,000.
And 43,000.
NDC you are saying.
And about 15,000.
15,000.
So I think you know Otafo, one of the biggest Zongos.
Okay.
In
the
Ashanti
Tafu Zongo.
Yes. Yeah. It's one of the biggest in Ashanti region.
So from EC website.
Yes.
Vincent Eko Asefua, NPP 42,616, representing 74.55%.
Okay.
Samudin Mohammed Kamil, NDC 14,405, representing 25.20%.
Okay.
So gap no.
Gap
in fact, Vincent Kra Ebro President Akufo Addo who had 73%.
Okay. Yeah. You have a target going into this election, right?
Yes. Your target, because last 4 years, say I was quite new, and not popularity, inside the new
sure.
To say and now to campaign team also, a plan to be able to make sure say call the nook and cranny of the constituency. Oba Otafo. A very small place.
Yes.
In fact, it's a place that you can use about 15 or 20 minutes
to go around the entire constituency.
And yeah, baby,
but a very populated,
hugely densely populated, densely populated. And in fact, I think it is a place that we cannot fail His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay.
Because with the dent of hard work, you bet me a Germany year manipano at all. But in fact, Otafo, all that they want to see, their MP is available.
Okay.
His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will also be available because they love the party.
Okay.
And in fact, this time, even the Zongos, the entire Minya more votes, Tafu Echa, His Excellency the President, was because of Zongo, because I have lived, or I still live in the Zongos.
Oh, okay.
And this time around, because of many Omo, Kitahudie, and some projects, and there was a time, when people thought, MP, or by, Ubusin achievement, or say, Gata. It is because you don't know the history of that Gata. It is because you don't know the history of drainage one of the biggest gutters in Ashanti region. You could find it in Otafo. Yes, because now a
gata your friend is saying.
Your friend Bukara
gata. Gata ni dino no.
Gata ni dino. Papa. Yes, in fact, those times articulate at home credit me.
Bukara gata.
I'm telling you, a che or hene sari kizongo no efie ene. The central mosque no and the chemu.
Oh, okay.
And it's a central mosque in Siha. Now the Sariki Zongo Zufiede is Siha. Very big, and all the time, when you have an opportunity to engage Zongo Penny for Noa, they are
major concern.
Yes. Mrame Kwachi Sariki Zongo for the first time in 2020. Okato Vincent, Yempo Sika, Yempo Shibia, only Umpenny for Kasana Sadi or Monya Famae. And Mekasa Yankupon Monyamse for the first time. We have been able to construct that Bukara Gata. Enche. Maybe next month or next month you should be able to finish it. And when you come there,
like a proper drainage.
Yes, proper drainage. We spent not less than 32 million Ghana cedis on that project. Part of the secondary city project.
Okay.
Under the Ministry of Local Government.
Okay.
Ghana Secondary City Project.
Okay.
Yes, I know the people.
In the ministry, must start here.
No, we can't call I started that. Now contractors no started more. But it's one of the biggest. And you see that polling station. In fact, when we were having the commissioning, the sword cutting, through a challenge, that this polling station, because the polling station, you know, the MPP should win that polling station, also those polling stations for the first time, because that is what they've been crying for. And because the politics there is about interest, and I say a local. Nipano, the one who know, and no business why they Atunaba. I have no doubt in my mind that this time your vote in the zone goes able to me Addo. Now yet to me I change the votes that we got in 2020. In Ashanti region, we are testing a poor a certain target of 85%. So that target of 85%, no, a local. What I say, it is the constituencies and a bit to me.
I also 85.
Into baby, I want independent candidate Biano. I mean, there's a certain kind of strategy by the vice presidential candidate to make sure say you best solve Santa because when there's no independent candidate or 500,000 votes, multiply all the 1,000 votes by 47. That is 47,000 votes.
Now, who independent candidate appear?
For now, no.
By likely.
Oh, close contender. What time to say?
Come on, NDC, you know.
They were NPP, no. They were call primary.
Carol.
Come out, come out. Who's on? We know law school.
Come out.
Come on. Men no need CID and law school at the same time. He's
a very good NDC candidate.
Yes, NDC candidate. Fantastic guy. Fantastic.
On one about 2020. No.
Yes, on one about 2022.
I know. Must say repeating.
No, must say repeating.
Or my pressure or what?
Or my pressure. So somehow come out in there.
The
meaning in Azongo hand in it, but now for pa in fact, papa school. When I'm a child, I'm a child, elective mass and call mat or Azaria. But on one papa school, I'm 12 of myself beating. Oh, yes. On one papa school, on your 12. Oh, yes. The papa school. Me child,
yeah.
To be in Indian, I bet 12 bed, I'm a major.
But Obi, no chrome, yes, say, on of visits were to me, Wakara Bridge, Bukara.
When was our drain?
My drain report in 2021. I think we share the Joy News.
Okay.
I think Mohammed something filed that report.
It's
over 29 years. Yeah, I'm fine, Sankai. So
if
indeed what to me, and I believe say massive success for.
Oh yes.
I'm for one. For 29 years, the gutter was.
Obi so when you move because a normal gutter be near. A gutter na found kwada like a kumnipa.
In your first term as MP, no, if you are looking back, you would say that is probably the most impactful project
very
in
impactful,
the constituency.
even though we've done much more important and bigger projects in my constituency. In fact, as part of my commitment to the people, say Omasha Mia Mama Yina Babedu Sambi, Masasha Minam say, Mian Kasa, a Yiska Frimbotum, and see a police post and our police station, and among the people of Pankrono. You can open the lines. These things are there. It is not government resources, because since 1992, you started the democratic dispensation. Osha Pankrono for Omato about the MPP, but you could not see anything significant. MPP these are people who love the party. These are people since UP time, BC, PP, Buzia time, Oma supported MPP. From that time, basically for time, almost supporting MPP, but nothing really substantial. And police posting the very impactful. But the Opa Tafus is here, me share the impact. A quite pan, and Nipe Kahwasem, no, the Bukaragata.
Tafu registered voters, they are saying.
Last year, last 4 years, now registered voters near a little over 70,000. This time, we'll share the numbers now, but the last time I hear the additional in almost 3,200 and something. Okay. And I know that there's been one kind of registration. East office.
Yeah.
Until we might have a ballpark figure of about 90,000.
90,000.
Yes.
Your target will be.
Well, I should be able to get about 60,000.
60,000 votes.
Yes.
That is
60,000
votes.
Yes.
82%.
Yes, possible.
And that would mean 15,000 plus more votes.
Yes, which is possible
over the Unya in 2020.
Because you're Juma.
But of course, the issue where what Pankrono a symptomatic of a bigger problem in the Ashanti region.
Yes.
So, Ashanti region has voted massively for you over the years, but more commensurate development as the MPP. Mobile that commensurate.
Who's the constituency? Tafo Pankrono. Make a Pankrono because a twin city.
Sure.
And they make it up the constituency.
Sure.
And that twin city, no, Tafu enyane die bebre. Obatafu, there has been a number of projects. Kwakudianeti ono Pankrono. But Pankrono cannot boast of a number of projects. In fact, there is one health facility, Pankrono health facility. A see for so long that in fact my predecessor, Dr. Antonia Koto, also try so we that project. No, it has not been done. And Pankrono said say, which has over 50,000 people living there, does not have any health facility. By just about last year, and I'm a call me them a common farm, I could pay free SIF, so I could pay free in football. To me almost we Pankrono health facility. We almost done, but you see, this is a big project.
Chips compound,
chip compound, a health facility. Health facility. Me and me kind me could donate bet at the moment that time. Now your boss keke, there was no your friend is a ceiling, your more ceiling. Do you who say why you're sitting now? But people used to go there.
Under municipal then.
Yes, Otafu municipal.
Now,
2018, there be been 2018, yeah, because we have a hospital, Tafu government hospital.
Okay.
But we say on the Tafu government hospital, no, and said then take care of the people in Pankrono. Medical culture say a twin city,
sure.
Pankrono, Tafu. But when we were naming,
is it because of the distance?
And the distance, I don't know.
I don't know.
But don't say no. Nipano Ekwan Wakakra. And Tafu government hospital also almost at the border of Tafu itself.
Okay.
Inti omo more Pankrono no emuchi. So it is proper that we have our own health facility. Okay. As I say, Pankrono health facility under my administration. So I think that I have no doubt in my mind. Say 60,000 a day. We are going to clock for the people of Uta.
That's
not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia home for so.
Eko Vincent Asifua Esquire, or a member of Parliament Otafu constituency, or a deputy minister, local government, decentralization, and a rural development. And I'm going to say AD and Como. And you better continue with politics later on the show. Lawyer Abass Nurudeen, Ashanti Regional Communications Officer, NDC. Samsona lawyer Clement Opoku Jemfi, DC, Amansie South. You know, ABD and Como. But before that, you were beneficiaries ni mienu biana. Okay. Enti ye be dane ye ho aba akwesi ye ba nkomo a aka no ye de to aso Ekosiisen so ha ya sempa 94.7 FM. Honorable ye da say. Ye da papa. Ye dane ye ho aba ye ba ye be to aso. Stay with us. Yamapunyina Kwababio, Edemoba, Ekosiisen so. Mididio say Munsu, from Yobi, Kumase, and Yadi Ekosiisen, Jubedi, Ebremo, live, said Yedikai, Amamason Ateno. Emra so say a discussion segment, Ebetramos, Yebekumase, on him say, Ashanti region in Ghana's politics, no? Ashanti region is one very, very, very critical region. Say, Opese Woody. Politics hon ewa Ghana ha enkomwa for the single reason say this is the stronghold of the ruling administration, which is the NPP. We share the 2020 elections and so this is the regional the opposition party, the NDC, its biggest vote. So we share the NDC controlled regions ninyana eha ena enye regional mo control there, but that's where they got their votes majority at the Efri. The Ashanti region is very, very critical. Medikai can say ye benye mpanyefo mienu e wo studio anyame adom omu nyina ba be cancer e wa ha. They were called to the bar at the same time into omu nyina of the Supreme Court of Apom to saying
nyame adom wo panyini
bibi ekoye
mpanimfo se ne egu ani mpanimfo se ne egu ani
obi
wo firi asante mantem ha
yes
oba yes niam akoya nka wa yedai wa hunu asante mantem dwade ne yedi gina akuro no ba na san o mampanyina Akufo Addo ne Dr. Bawumia nhyehyɛ ebonne nti asante man abonyenya
okay
bibia wo be ye no okurom ha bia enye yie wo ton ade ayento wo di free kura yanyedai yentua na dumu a na ye the Central Business District no okɔ hɔ a wo hu se dwade bia yedai ekoso
Kumase kejetia
hu se bibia ekoso hu se adum on say ye wo kejetia ye bodwa and adum ye stores and most of the stores kure wo adum empty ukọ magazine ukọ Moro market ukọ Sokoban Wood Village the nipa nyina kan say ye dofo adada yen MPP no ananse ya won se Kumase market ma no aye press conference aban na ye dey adi omu hwammo
phase 2 na ana
nye phase 2 no mo so omo ana omo ti ade animu a mo be pam omo no mo wie ye no ma che e de ama mo nkofo omo mu bi kura anye dey enya bi
phase 1 no phase 1 market
yes phase 1 no okay ya cha omo kura omo anye dey omo enya bi enti eye arehosem nansen MPP pampa Ashanti region since omampanyini Kufuor 2008 yenya asantini bia on any presidential and parliamentary ticket nanka yakoyi asantini a yebɛpa ne ho ntoma enka kuro no kura nka ni bɛdane
hwiensi wa
yakɔsesa nipa firi sunwan ne tuabɔdɔm ne nkran nyina na yɛde wɔn baaye se first pa 2016 omampanyina Akufo Addo bɛyɛ adwuma wɔ ɛbɛyɛ program ɛwɔ Jubilee Park overflow no ɛkɔya akɔka labor na we asa kwan ya akɔka Aboabu station ba we upon say ye ba se nipa tua sika ni nyina no o Zongo police station kura na hu se bibi ye dey ekoso MPP mpanyufo ne bebre kura ma Chairman Sabonsu my former minority leader wa ma and the appear kubi wa ma na just MPP no ankasa kura munyo ye na zeni atenya na me ba ha kura no a na menim se nanado aba kurom ha kora 3 days
Wawo Kumasi for the past 3 days.
Sana mate no say awa ha enne enra na obaye.
Okay.
Oba ha wonya bibia amfa ne nsankyere so. Ti onenam ha saa wonya bibia.
Na say oba hwe Swami interchange project.
Swami interchange project no. Na do twa ahoma mu I think 2021 no. Oka say ye the 18 months ni ebewie.
Okay.
Ye wie ye no. Eda ho 3 years na enye ehwe eda na kwa ye bretu a wo poso no kra na wo benya bi ache no wo. Ena o ma hu say ye beto aba. Nti o mo be dada asantefo ye mfa ye nsa mekeka de ne te se de ye.
Obi.
Penifo se sabia so sabia nya do.
See dey na ekoso.
Obi mo ma fa.
O me pa jo me ba o. Sa wo benya wakwanya me nua mesre wo.
Na
ho esi wano na esi mano ana e dem ma menka me de wo so benya wakwanya.
Don't worry. Remember at the same time.
O ma hu say ye beto aba. Ena nanado de ne nse be bata ho program project aye ya wo phase 1 e wo se ye phase 1 wi ansa na ko phase 2 no ye se ye phase 2 wi ansa na be ye phase 1 what be da ni aye kan wa asante mantem ase untimi fa badwafo nya dai ena ne nkoa first no ane ye koto aba ye se o MPP ye de odwan kura begina ho aye beto no amanfo hu se Joma Hama no a asante ya nhye dan to aba ama no and no ha wo KJT market or Tafo market or Tonsu market or Buakwa market or Swami market or Wankaria market or Fumso market. MPP KJT phase 2 nanado ne ba omiamfie nwotwe omuntimi nyai. Ade nanado ya na yamfanko ye t-shirt. Na t-shirt ne yankofo no What as man o se Ashanti region de. Omo che dan hiam putu obi na ye t-shirt no esan so omo t-shirt na afenti. Ono kra advice say rally kra omo njaye. Omo for musika nyina nko ye t-shirt enti se konfo anoche na Akufo Addo person this kaba na pose o me konfo no de David
na se konfo anoche madam baby unit say
madam baby unit say nyoma mpanyina Akufo Addo na ye
the started 40 years ago no
wo ni nyina ka ho nti na me gidi sa Ashanti region be punish MPP
aden
wo say Owura a champion share modern baby unit we ase.
Sure.
Na e wapa yi.
Yes.
Ena na do ba ye o se ubeye ni ye. Tie ni ye pa o. Ena ukoji about $156 million. Se wo de beye. On saka sika ni wie ye de na ato ne kotokra ne se wo wade ne kra no. A lack structural integrity. Tie ni ye o.
No, but you think that decision was taken best?
And also a lack structural integrity.
Yes.
Enti ye bebubu no ne asefoforo.
Sure.
Afi abrosan na eto aso be ye edumienu asese no. De yakosi no, de ye si no, eto aso be ye enwotwe asedu.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that?
But for the past 2 years, ye jaya to ha obi anko ho pa, ye wia ye ntubofo no anko ho. Ye jaya to for the past year, ye jaya to and there is no indications aban we betimi akọ ho ansa na ye dey. Ye wie. What you say?
Very well.
Enti MPP there, o media santeman hwama na
at least you give them credit say o must start here do baby.
Obia ni ho asabia so asabia nya ado ma no $156 million say on fa si dan eto aso nwotwe a say o ma si ade na ka sika ne nso a yehunu ba bia eda enti say no ede na ekoso what as enti be ma no se me bom asam ne tofa no ne me kan say enne oba Ashanti region ha nipa bebre afọ mo ho adwene na hye o mo tirim eti say de muma so daye no ne tirimu na hye o mai o madwene so mo be punish MPP. Now because the political climate is a bit intimidating and nipa no nyiw nipa onka na numa samoncho na meme catch obi Ashanti region ha 2024 about we and this yankunim die no
na be free me Obama ya interrogate his claim no but honorable DCE for Miami District, Amansie South. If I remember West, but or no, ye na Amansie for honorable Akwa, but I pump to saying,
Yakuronto Obi.
Bibia Boko.
Papa. Ekoye. Now buy a okay fearful for us. Enkoye cutting could be fearful. One has a seminal one has a what declare Canada. Enkoye or say Antohi, if you for koi one could lie. Mimi Fred Doom never. And a doom store with Sukra. Unya crown fatal since enye mu no
na ye eje
na obi enti store a wo say empty and na amanfo ajeje o mu store and na ukọ adum a unya store crown no age adum ye Central Business District ho no hɔ na dwadie ɔmo mo tɔn tiles ɔmo mo tɔn paint ɔmo mo tɔn cables ni ade hɔ na ɔmo wɔ enti mi nya no kora sɛ dwadie nkɔ so mi si me fradum na ba sisi na ma betena traffic amadi so aba beduru ha na ade a yɛ ntɔ hwɛ ɛde na traffic ba hɔ ade a yɛ ntɔ hwɛ wɔ hɔ ɛde na traffic ba hɔ hwɛ nkɔmɔ na yɛ bedi no ka kyerɛ mi nua Abass ebi ana ne refi no ba bi akyere yɛ Pentecost asɔre da ho Masarachi so wɔ ha ya wɔ kyerɛ ya north Masarachi na wɔ ha ya enti ni mienu na aka bom ti asɛm ka wɔ sɛ ka no kura bie wom ba bi a wɔ sɛ ene yɛ ntɔ ade yɛ nya hwe me sɛ traffic amadi so enti drivers no ɔmo yɛ de ɔmo kɔ races and ɔmo kɔ show ɔmo kɔ paki ɔmo ka akɔyɛ de wɔ amanfo esisi akra do 5 something there rush hour this o si nante this o si na wanante
e wɔ
adum kumase me se me bi firi hɔ na eba enye se obi na ka kyerɛ me o na obi wo ba ye wakodi efefufu okɔ nipa nyina ho
nkɔfo wɔ hɔ
ukodi lie na obi a yɛ ntɔ ade de o ka akɔ ya na ka ya odi ama wo ukɔ a
brebo na odi
brebo bi na se odi atwim na minim sɛ Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe in the outdoor no NDC for nyina baby and not say how popular the candidate na is because obi a outdoor now yeah party ba your party mpanyifo ni bi kura ntumi ama because na bia to kwa chairman say no call parliamentary duties no call oni ha now when this ni watimi afaka aba ho abehu say ugina Zongo police station ani pani ho watimi afaka hu say antimi anchimu ankodru labor runabout enso so me pake me car wo ayisi buaten filling station obi onim Kumasi bia ni baby ayisi buaten filling station wo I parked my car had to trek to the place me wie a me ba so me hear the same thing na buy enti nipa no na wo pe na nipa do se na wo pe rally a mumu hu e mu ba ho o ma hene na buy me ba mo stance num e betena wo be kasai nipa se nipa ama kambo nipa ba nso so a mo amu hu because e call live am obi ahu nkoma na edi wo ho a nipa gu ho a dede kra wonte say ya basi nipa future bodom na wo ye rally ni enye obi demo na se bi mi fie kra na ye no ana say ye wo manso bia obviously enye manso bia fo nkwa na beba me hu do party hu do ni ade ntino amanfo from adjoining districts na adjoining communities ebeba omo banso omo nante na beba obi kwan wa obefa ka na tinke ato nsa frɛ adom ne asempa sɛ mo mra me take coverage no mo be nante na aba sɛ mo so befa ka mo de nkofo na beba na ye party fo wo soame na oba ade Pempa assembly ho a enya ka na de ba kofa na ba enti sa mfuturo a ye tugu amanfo ani na party ni nya attract emfa ne sɛ no korɛ oni ye kokon ye party ni attractive ye di ne enko hwie ngu ai ye hu ana ato mo so ko ye yi na po na o se popo blibli achi wo mo no mo bom pa se nkan fa nchen ana na po aba enti yo se no mo bi bia sei because o mo hu se na po no strategy no de ba no 85% na oka no ye wie wo mo
mo target of getting 85% of the vote in Ashanti region
efo
ade a mo betimi aye
efo
but who say and also will depend on the voters what region nim ebehu tangible nyomo mbehu saban aye amawom. He makes the argument say there is nothing like that happening. In fact, say a foul district and as a constituency kra Manson Dubia constituency or the ba Manson Kwanta meme constituency as a district. There seems to be nothing happening. That's the claim our more.
Only claim no.
Yes.
But as an independent arbiter,
yes.
Who claim it then?
No, me claim this is a family district, which is a Mansia West. Really, there is nothing happening.
The last time,
January.
Oh, they say they watch
January.
Yes. Obi wo ha be ko kromu be yira o. Musia so ha be duru o be yira. A free pechi number 2, number 1. Ekwa akosi anto akrom. Me ne wo kase Kofi Job e wo kwan no so ye. Me
pechi number 1
yes,
and number 2.
Number 2, number 1 ewuramu akofa abom.
Yes.
Now abom ho no na be wuramu akọ wu krom musia so. Sa from abom to musia so contractor so o ye. Etinam so ko krom ache. Obi aya Kofi o. Kofi na wonya ska ma fiefo ni dibi. Ko fie ache. me ekwan no me fa so nra ana me di bedru ha they say kware they say ama poa no ene anwa kwanta kra ya kurase if you say ya koto ho no ya wura mu opachi wura number 2 no so wura mu saa no kosi anto akrom usi anto akrom a ekwan de guwe na wokui president who say ahwe ho be ya kurase ntino just this year Monday ya asanso ko twa so som ewo anwa kwanta stretch I no so ye contractor no kusu gidigidi meme district and omufa borders borders here aboa kese on say ekwan no se be ya structural integrity and all kan wansem no se be ya daachi no na nkwan se ekopimpina guso na ekobubu ni adade ntino ye be chakwan ni nyina na de aboa kese meme district and omufa abo no meme district afen makasa 2 minutes me district and ye fa abo ni nyina so it is say o ka se bibia nkoso me na me pe say de o ye no say oh ye hu hwe na wa kire me say oh mi krom ni aha na me te mi hu hwe because yeah one man so there Amasia South District or na me di DC
yes
me yeah te ha nyina ye di nkomo me pe ana president frame me no de ne pen man say me ne nkoye adwuma ma no enti at least I can speak of government projects say musemu hu hwe a yeah Amasia South ekwan a efiti asem na kan ye no kwentin frama ehoko as ekwan a efiti mfuturu abomansofo ene ayekota e wo mikrom
that I can attest to
enye no nko a de beka bia you attest to
no that main road I can attest to
ukwa asuade asuade to ajaji krom so adubia asuade ajaji krom a virgin road because a virgin road a
quota and kanda
quota keke yenyi kwa virgin road that just say mfuturo obi nipa bro na nyamisha na ado ne MPP aban si enhia wo ma tabo bi akia we
15 minutes
and nessa kwan no from adubia asuade ajaji krom ene ya twato so kwa MP krom akwasi so to afede ya twato so uduru subi so ekokosi subi so nkwanta ekosi keniago ya twato so asema mekan mansufu atie sentro na mitwa on be fraka eti se wo ka chem so hu hwe a akra o ko school awo mansodu bia senior high school ana wo bia awofo de ba ko mansodu bia senior high school na government project bia anko school no mu da ene wonim sa aban ne baaye wo si 12 unit classroom block ho yesi girls dormitory ho yesi dining hall ama wo mo obi enti de ye hu de ye koso ye hu ye no me bantama na minyine ye bantama na medi agoro bantama inner roads police station anim ho ya bi ato ye fie na chi wo ye bi ato enti sa propaganda na ndisifo ana asante weje ye hu hwe ye hu omoboa bi se omo sa hefa na wote hu hwe na me makyerɛw because anya me na mba ba kyerɛw a wote so ame se so ame interchange ekoso anya me na mba kyerɛw a wote bantama se bantama inner roads ya ye efri abrepo bo hyen esane ase o asanso bo akyeme sɔre ma wo ejuma asanso bo akya ye wo ho sa omo mo te efri bo hyen wo kwa unim ho kyeme mo candidate ho no te ensuo petia no owo kroma na odwane akofie because ensuo no bonani 2 seconds kra wan ha beka nsuo achi ene kone ko hwe bridge kese a asanso bo akya ya ene ensuo timi to 24 hours na still nipa ko
meba
it is all so hu hwa ne ye de
meba
obi hu hwe no eye no ye de
meba mame musa Abass
obi afen makasa 6 minutes aka 4 okasa 10 minutes
wakasa abro 10 minutes meba so Abass the claims are honorable we put any claims
we are factual obi
meba and some me am correct me honorable district chief executive the point he's made now where you saw on one district as a reference point it cannot be say obia beka say in Ashanti region the NPP in power enye hwema
obi debate no a ye no was say ye no within a certain context
okay
on the over 2016 and 2020 aba no aye to ye no
yes
nipa 10 be to aba wa Ashanti region bia no emu 7 etuma MPP
sure
entinya MPP enya Ashanti region enka MPP entimi anya dey anwe
power yes
so the expectation of the people ne say enka ban ne baaye no eniema bia ehia asanteman a eye life changing policies that is said your mampanyiri mahama SKJT central market Omampanyini Mahama ye Ratri Park. Omampanyini Mahama ye Kumawu District Hospital. Fomena District Hospital ye life changing no. Omo hunu bisa. You get the point?
Yeah, but obi wa manso edu bia Ratri Park fa ne ho be. E be only dey ye ne kwan.
Eno na make say manso ho no manso pa Ashanti region nyina ba bi o makwan nya. Manso ka ho.
That's true.
And now where MP akwan omo so o maye no a. Baby or higher the caterpillar na ko grade kwan ne keke no omo so o maye wu. Me say baby or hwa me ba na say na say amakoma so. Baby or higher the MPP omo ko grade kwan omo ko patch pot wo kro omo so o maye.
Baby hin sa bu. Manso de na hin fa.
Because amansia ho no a.
Okay.
Wo kan no a.
Okay.
Wo say
me mabubo obodin o.
Tobo obodin.
Amansia ho na wo kan na mo say maye kwan no. Yen NDC on say ye ka kwan a ye ka say wa ye kwan a every structural or materials engineer be ka kire o say ye ka kwan a ye wo mienu ye wo maintenance.
Sure.
And ye wo redesigning. Maintenance ye say e kwan no ye dada. And e bia wo de asphalt ikogu so enye redesigning ye maintenance. Bia ye and wo de asphalt ikogu so. O patch pothole. O grade kwan ni nyina ye maintenance. And ye wo redesigning say e kwan no and na ho e bia ye kwan bomu kwan. And our BMU iron 2 lane at their connected district. A quite inter-district acquire a war Ashanti region connecting all the districts. I ya quite akesi na MP before to make us all my quine. Obaka no quine in 2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
I'm telling you, where Bantama quine almost all my Bantama inner
city roads no.
Okay, Kaboma 10 kilometers crying. Where? Oh yeah, near lake kwan ya putu oja kwan e kwan no ma ya free aso kwan interchange ya kodru sreso 7 kilometers cry nru but NDC ya kwan ba ko Ashanti regional e about 60 kilometers stretch of road e kwan ya free be kwai bojare e kofa fomena adanse aso kwa e ye niwadubiase e kopie asempra so. One of the best.
But was that not a project you inherited?
No. We did not inherit. Yes, our project. No.
The
contract for that project
was
signed on, I think, 7th July 2009 between Ghana and the JICA.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, 2009.
But Japanese grant came under Akufo.
No. Yes, signed a contract on 2009. Yeah, TNA. Omampanyini Kufo be fra ban mo. Omampanyini Kufo be fra ban mo no yeah na adwene se wodi hu nkomo. But there was nothing concrete. Now you say Asantefo agitated. Pentecost. Oh, na ye wo bi a and now kasa me to am say eh into heaven pa me nua ye obekobi. Because obi tie wo adumu a ne bo be ye ne ya because no de ma me nwie saa kwan no Omampanyini Kufo be di ade no obewie no na amanfo cha ase so mo agitate wabadi ade nwotwe emfie nwotwe ho hye da nya bibia wo kurom e na Omampanyini Kufo de dade hye with no so for lie o ka say obeye there was not one person akra wo jato ho but no so obeye kwan.
It was a GOG project.
No, by one side contract. The contract was signed in 2009 and the NDC. Mama fair no crown to new. It
started under President Kofi.
No, it did. No, it did.
I can say that.
The data, I think
President
Mills ever cut his sword. It was in 2010. The signing of the contract was in 2009 and the NDC, and the cutting of the sword.
The second phase.
No.
What said that project? You know where it started from? And just baby because the one that comes through for me now, the second phase.
Dabi.
Project. What was it? A free
project. Baby, a free bojare. Papa we free bekwai. Opa ye musa ne free bekwai. E kro ba ko a ka kwan ne chem. Baby, a fire and kase and a fire bojare. E shall say o bekwai bojare. And the kofa adanse for mena call ya copy adanse praso.
Adanse praso.
Yes, good. That is the project.
Adanse praso one now a deba bekwai no. It is what Mills did. There was the other part now a babesi kronan and waba adanse praso. Who said there is a bridge? The bridge on that river was done under Akufo.
No, make us a quino. Yes, you may you fax in the BBM or fax don't lie. And no, about 60 kilometer stretch of road. Okay, can MPP. Quite 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers of Maya. And Rusa Quino. Mamma Fair no and to her. Omampanyini Mills who say, Obi free Accra, say, who will be free Mansui. Now, also, Pesa come and swear. Oh, but just a oba all the way befa Konongo, Ebefa, Ejoso, Ebefa Tech. But Bomu Quine be what Gasua, we are Beko Quine ye. And I discussion when ye quine a free Gaso. Ekofa bogu Ekofa ofuase ekopie bosome frɛ ho about 35 kilometers stretch of road. Aya kwan ya me mafaso what you say? A link
no magusu kota
obi owo ayi bia beka kota ye enya kwan ya obi aye ne aba aswate o ye duro bosome frɛ ho no ne unu say wose ye connect bosome frɛ ho nso etu eye bosomtwe
lake
nti ukọ bosomtwe a ekwan bia afri da ba bia afra no pepe so nyame ani ekoka brode kwan ho about 20 kilometers NDC na ye new Adubiase town roads nyina offensive town roads nyina NDC na ye new Adubiase town roads NDC na ye ansana ukọ atwema first ufra buakwa na wo pese wo besene ko obuase a age se wo ba all the way to Sofolai no about ansana wo beda wo ho abefa santase ansana wako and then this hu say bomu kwan bi da twede ye betimi aye ne de ma Cocoa roads about 15 kilometers ekwan ye free atwoma fo ase ebefa adumasa ebefa bebu eba brofie du junction and this na ye about 15 kilometers stretch of ye ka kwan MPP does not come near NDC
ekwan in the Ashanti region
ekwan na me bobo no me ma fa ni nyina so nti won say it comes naturally me fa Ashanti region no sector by sector no ma kire kwan atwoma no ukọ atwoma nwobiaja udu to ase a ye wakura ketewa bi wo ho a ye frɛ ho Jankoba to ase na ye former chief justice krom sa krom ho akwan nyina ye ne ye chief justice no yawu ya omo be ye no omo be asphalt ye ba kwan na nkasa de ye ne ye
abeso o ma re asphalt
apan so free to ase me ba
to ase ne enye kwan o to ase
me ba me pa cho me ba ye kwan na mo be ye asphalt na ye sa ye kwan no from what to Jankoba ye nkwa ahafo ukọ tepa town roads nyina NDC na ye ekwan ye free tepa enyina susu ekofa supon so anke ye de ko betiako ye be 25 kilometers NDC na ye
and by NDC here you mean the Mills Mahama administration Rollins and
most Mills Mahama and also about tepa ankasa ukofa tepa baby a ye frɛ ho akwasi ase a na wokɔ baby a frɛ ho kramokrom subiri so a sa kwan no so be 30 kilometers enya kwan ya obi aye ne ebegu so na enya 1 kilometer 2 kilometers so ya ne ye sa kwan ni nyina o sa ba atwoma ngo be eja south ahafo no south easter ekwan ya efri poku krom ekofa ahwerewam eko sabronum 15 kilometers NDC na dem Cocoa roads what you say ansa na okọ Asante Achim potam wo a on sa Asante Achim agogo bode wo ho pa be san so mo kwan nya ni ntino tambia na bode na kanwuram enti ekwan ye free Konongo mine junction ekofa baabi a ye frɛ ho Chichibiase ekofa Petransa ekofa Dwansa ekosi agogo NDC na ye this is about 25 kilometers stretch of road ansa na okọ agogo a on say ye wo asase tam kese wo ho a yetimi de ye afuo ba na kwan ne nye kwabna do 4 time na Mahama be kate sword and ye about 60 kilometers stretch of road e free agogo eko anani krom eko maame krobo
60 kilometers.
About 60 kilometers. To see Tad, you're one of the best roads in Ashanti region. Agogo. You see, me see a kwanya free agogo. Eko fa anani krom, eko maame krobo. On say a honey connect your front plains.
Yes.
The nipa bebre kwabna do 4 farms no ni ade bebre. Day. Ewo ho. Sa kwan ni nyina ye na ye day. Ye na ye. Ansana. Such a front plains. Say a kwanya a connect Asante Achim agogo to such a front plains. They are joining constituencies. Ansana Kumawu ho a kwan ya odi free Kumawu efa besro Kumawu besro ekofa Bahankra eko agogo about 25 kilometers ansa ya ne ye ansana Kumawu ho kwan ya free Pepiase ebe pie kwaman NDC na ye ansana Kumawu ho a kwan ya free Kumawu efa Bomfobri Forest Reserve mu ko drop on so about 30 kilometers stretch of road NDC na ye ekwan be na MPP aye wa ha won say MPP fo no why your imagine say if you can't convince them, confuse them. And now no aba na ya 15,000 kilometers stretch of road. Oka say omo ba won me mommy enu kra. Obetimi abokwan bi a kire obekwa kwa na kwan bi akra anya den na ho. Yen say ne pesa argument no.
A fact based.
A factual. And the kwan we ye nyina no. Ye the camera si so a ye twa ne nyina. Ye de beba nkran amama ye dey wo ye ntiafo e campaign ne de be dey e be ye dey obi antimi nya dey entu futuro ngo obi ani obi antimi nya dey na da obi ani na obi na menu yi kasa yi no see
finally on that
oh yesuro na po a normal as communication officer. Say MPP, ye bibi wa Ashanti region. Na me ni intelligence or the grounds, na me kra me ni majuma. Inti me akra de ma de na ma hoba, de si ye bia no. Na ye de kra me. De si ye bia videos ni bibia no. Na ye de ni kra me. Na o si ye suro na po, and I say, one say, omo ana omo di ba running mate ni nyina no. Nipa na ye bompa ye say onya no. And onya ye no.
Matthew Opoku president.
Yes. Na onya ye no so no niama bia wa ye no a vindicate yasem no ane ye de ye ka no. Obi aya boni din na Dr. Baumia ye na adwene so obebo ni din no. Ye de bosome ba ko ne na ne ekodwa atoa. Ye go so we nan ni apa na chew. Ye go ye say regional chairman say won pene asante achema gogo MP so wonya dai won pene age say so we nan ni apa we achew. Ye gi ni tum nso wie ye no. Me kan say owura napo okasa ba ku bia ete se de osono agya ne nan no wo de bosome nsia ne bepra me kan sa asem we wo Nhyira FM okasa ba ku a ete se on wo osono agya ne nan ete se anwea one trip wo besisa be wie no na wa poso nyina adwojo sa wo to bomb ba ku a MPP lose vote mako 100,000 so to bomb ba ku a MPP lose vote mako 100,000 obi a ono nsuo fa anwonafo a yese yakogye omo Osi esansa angunafo nya Ghana-fo nti ye de oman sika ekotwitwaje omo
wankasa
asem na wo ka no
wankasa kai se sa interview me na me ne yes interview no enye sa no
me say asem wo kan me so me ade enti na angunafo ye Ghana-fo
ba se wo quote na
me ba asem na wo kan no me so I have every right to put my own in and see of angunafo ye Ghana-fo omutua tax ena epo eyira fa omo ena omo MPC yisre say abanye hu bibi ni yenkotwitwa nje wo mo
yes
na owura na po wa sorry say say yenim na yekotwitwa je anwonafo ye nya ya manso na ntwi amfo omo so amfo omo anko ni yekotwitwa je wo mo a wo be lead asantefo wo kumase ha e de aye demonstration not just a tribal war kra na outside be ye dey e beto asantefo ni anwonafo tem
because I granted him that.
Obi asante no kan yo. Ebi ankoka Chinese bi anka me mo kire me. Oka Russia na Saskatchewan. Obi don't attempt to even explain.
Minority MPs should not stampede government. After say abaya the budget awie. Say on sign making additional provision for water region. Efa flat because there are areas in Ashanti omonso flat efa omo. It is sir. He would also lead Ashanti region to demonstrate. I think that's what he said.
Two reasons.
Yeah.
The na ekoso wanguna mamu no na flat. Eye poan kasa na eyiri fa omo.
Epo.
Tidal waves. Tidal waves.
Yeah, keta
yes, epo na eyiri fa omo. And how are you going to equate to be a puira fano and obi ansuo fano? It is a mimiti ya me se me yare. No be any accident man and 9 and saying now they compare. There was no basis for comparison. Nan say ya dum so cause wo kroma no. Mahama Mary or Kofa by and your Kofa free Western region, the Bar Ashanti region.
Okay.
And think a Western region for so sorry say, I didn't know the Bar Ashanti region never my light in each and every demonstration. Sandia your mind. Or mine yen na your mind back quick. I read and say bomba wakoto. Na yesi wa hu aboa mantama Antoni Kasabra na atoni adwatoa enkroma no okotwa na dapa no won sa afi de onam na me ade anapo ye hye makoma eya asante mantamu ha otimi be gina de Akufo Addo etwa Akufo mpoa sa asem ne ye me yache wiase ye me yache bibia because asante ha no asantefo omo be man na omo katachie ba ko omo nya ne wo Ghana politics eya Akufo the earliest a free faba no anya president. There was a presidential commission of which he was part.
Yes.
Na Akufo adwuma awabebo eno na nanado wo gina so de be ye mampanyini. Wo Dr. Baumia wo ne be prade ne kra no. He is not even proud of our record. Enti me de manu si oso do no an vision ye dey eba. Na wo watimi abegina kumase ya say mo kwa me nkroma no nim say mo Akufo na na eto aso no. Na nabi na tia no ko de Akufo eso because anya Akufo
ade a wanka de menka
okay de ba me yehunu say no na nko woka no eye den na ode apology eba wan mo Akufo din so opa Akufo ache wom eye dai
mame na
eye dai wan mo obi mame for manu si eye dai
Ekosiisen na haya
Akufo adwuma Akufo aye wa Ashanti region ha Asante ye be ma ba ko pe wo be je Asante ne mo nyam de akọ achem na for na nyam be vice president of body Asante for ye sorry
there is a statement from the presidency. Now, also President Akufo Addo appoint COP Christian Tete Yohonu as Deputy IGP in charge of operations. And the statement says the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, has appointed Commissioner of Police Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu as the new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. This appointment is pursuant to the advice of the Police Council at its meeting held today, Wednesday, 17th July 2024, during which COP Yohonu's exceptional credentials and dedication to duty were acknowledged. COP Christian Tete Yohonu is a distinguished law enforcement officer with a career spanning over 3 decades and has held various key positions within the Ghana Police Service. President Akufo Addo extends his heartfelt congratulations to COP Tete Yohonu on his well-deserved appointment and wishes him the very best in the discharge of his duties. Signed, Eugene Ahen, Director Communications, Office of the President. COP Christian Tete Yohonu. Oh yeah, before this, until this appointment, oh yeah, Director of Administration, Edema Ghana Police Service, NA, or yeah, Deputy Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service. Honorable, oh yeah, DISEC Chairman, Ewa District. OTBB say, does it come as a surprise to you?
Oh, you're born Abasso. Man, big congratulations. Also, Onya appointed no crowd. No one acting.
Yes, say IGP
police hierarchy now.
On the deputy car number, sure.
GP2.
GP2, sure.
Yes,
second in command.
2 no. Yeah. And the formalizing the keke. I mean, I official.
Yeah.
And I will say pursuant to the advice
of the police council.
And the radio meaning say, I there in Chechemubia be woman. But
Tete Yohonu is a fantastic police officer.
See, fantastic is even an understatement. Yeah. He's a distinguished police officer. Oshe obi on in a dilibia. Also on the police no dino for over 3 decades.
Sure.
And teacher say abaya ba ni nyina wom. Onse no wasem boneda. Or executing a juma professionally as a police officer. Yes say Oshe and such people now here or in security service room and you're born Abasso why are there and you want to know Jumana or yet that na a fedi day 2 million ashan is hano man say the timu be any day be not all pay 2 million when you now say a fedi or babeda Jumana the man in charge of operations there the mawa uni boundaries you are borderless.
Baby,
exactly. Until operations there, you the mawa baby utimira. Until my way say internal security no. Asumdwe baba mu a ejina papa no so.
Okay.
Asumdwe nso mamu a ejina so. Obey a Greater Accra Regional Police Commander in the oye. Yeah. What distinguishing no ho. Okofroko Police Headquarters also. Ejuma akwa akoye nyina. Nti ya bona Abasso. We know he will deliver and make all of us proud.
And congratulations to COP Tete Yohonu, Deputy IGP in charge of operations. That's a huge position, and we hope you will deliver. Your records, no extra. I mean, from the head of the Police Intelligence Bureau, the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander at a point in charge of police operations, and the Juma and we'll see what will come out of this. Quickly, maybe 1 minute reaction to this news. No, 1 minute reaction to news. Yeah.
Cardinal sin of this.
Cardinal
sin of this Akufo Addo Bawumia government. No, the level of misgovernance and institutional bastardization of my subject.
How is this institutional bastardization?
Me a free some any free demente say I appointed deputy IGP da. What he been penning some da? Ebia na media me akwala obi ahu bi da. Ebrebe wahu. Ade a o man penyin Akufo Addo ye no. Onya hweye na mre ye ninka so wonim Dampare is one of the finest IGPs will be a Abasso.
Sure.
But you kwa sen off na MPP fo akofan kofo bi pese o mo ye basa Dampare ampene so free ho na o mo de o mani asiso ye bepam no ye be ye ni say ye de na commission e pese chenchina o mo de asam ye dai e hye ne kon wo ma hunu say resistance e ba no. And now, we deputy or mobile no a yes, Sabia son sim papanyini ɔte wɔ ne edidi gu na bɔdwe sɛm wahwɛ nɛ me call Facebook sɛ sie owura na posi wɔ no asoa in a new ECG board.
There's a new board chairman.
Yeah, but Napo has resigned. Napo has resigned as energy minister.
Resigned.
So in what capacity did he swear the current in?
The current board chairman.
Yes, but because a minister of energy now was a yes idea.
Sure.
And the idea way there we will challenge us at the highest level. Now say our secretary to the president also was an ambassador at large. ECG board chair I was appointing you. Or no say a majority leader. Or no one say board chairman for a water company.
No, I don't think he's still with the water company.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure.
I would have to cross.
Obi,
I don't
and
think
can I say
he's not with water
NDC there. Yeah, your boy too brazier. After election no. Enkunim die na Nyankopon de amaye no. Police ni bia ni wiase a ye de obeba wo be diagra. Ebetwa ba so.
Honorable me pacho to aso me.
Onim say Napo asem na oka no. Napo resign as energy minister.
Sure.
But ohwemu a enye emra ne nche say energy minister na o say oswe board chair ni in. A president adwuma.
Yes.
Also
or delegate at any time.
So the president can delegate any other person. Me mete here. O man panyi betimi afra me. Kwame, da na koswe board chairman of ECG in. Metuka akoswe ni in. Me nyadru ho I go in my capacity as president and asoma me. Me kokoswe in we are majuma asa. Makako president amanye. Enti enye out of order say Dr. Machopoku Prempeh, former energy minister, especially or free ministry one chair na or institutional memory. That's a president. Ewo Kumasi ha ne edi juma. Now also swear ECG board chair in. You don't expect the president to put that position on hold. Wabra ECG so say yeah juma. Yeah, into one or friend.
I've even been informed now, sir. The letter from the presidency on Napo's resignation is that it will take effect on July 18th.
18th. Okay.
July 18th. And then
17th.
And then 17th.
Yeah.
That's the information. Where Kofi Ameyao? Kofi Ameyao now sending me away.
US.
Yeah, Kofi Ameyao. US. Yes.
Nti ana nsam no ya pentemu bu asem dodo. Because minim say empanyufo so omunim de ya omunim de. Na omo atumi aye omo.
Okay, and I think he's attached the official statement. In the President Akufo Addo accepts resignation of Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as Minister for Energy. This release is dated 11th July 2024. In the first paragraph, Nekase, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, has today, Thursday, 11th July 2024, accepted the resignation from office of Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Member of Parliament for Menchia South, as Minister for Energy, with effect from 18th July 2024. Yeah, I think it settles it.
On say public service na you know. Say
they will take you over, you can go through
Herbert Crapper,
Herbert
Minister
Crapper,
of State.
Minister of State.
Sure.
At the Energy Ministry.
Sure.
Into office. Knowing very well, say, Nyame Adoma, Ochina, and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh resignation letter, it take effect. Even and 11 p.m. crown, obey me, assign contract, obey me, I think say, so no, Nayana Toda, so I will need you. No.
What tries to justify the president Miyama will be iron to but say while resign and the resignation not taking effect and we would be setting very bad precedents. Say your minister of state oversee energy ministry and your minister of state in charge of the energy sector. Now mumu bia intimi nyana nipa wa free ho na ekoya na as a ministry no kwasi kono
by his principle say the president can delegate any other person to go and do it. No? That you agree with?
I'm yet to confirm that because maybe the minimum say, and you may be saying, yeah, not sector minister, no.
Sure.
You get the point. What I don't know is whether it's conventional or it is act in stone.
In law. Okay. Okay.
Unim say police prosecutors, our prosecute or court.
delegated responsibility.
Ajuma Osenko. It is a police prosecutor. Prosecute case cry AG office betima ba se monfa case man.
Sure.
Enti anu no sia one abeka say adwuma police for ye and ene dey attorney general for agya omoye. Let's set sir.
What was that the woka no? And no the obia or your prosecution bia no. Whether you are the director of public attorney general under Article 88.3.
Exactly.
Enti and your police prosecutors and no the constitution has vested that power solely in him. So be all performer apart from him, they are delegated power.
Sure.
You get the point.
Sure.
Enti no ukro mu ho akwan no ayaye no person me bubu
there was 7 minutes to wrap up into oh
that be
now when say and kotokone hard to match into 6 p.m. I have to wrap up into 12
Obi NDC for said them di kaka no yenya hwe no waka ne sa na to ni patrim ti say uputunu to strict prover na afi no ho kire no na osoha no osoha maka machada aka amanse say ya fa the bekwai stretch no so no aye kobobo bekwai enne obi ote bekwai na obi afa bekwai kwan so bi anim say aye kwan no obi okọ oboase enim say Akufo Addo aban ba aye oboase road me NDC time na me adwuma okoko board na me wo dunkwaw me ko dunkwaw na me nam futurum ene ekọ enne dunkwaw enfuturo no yaye kwan no enti so obetena no ka say obaye yenye hwe ana esre ana development enya kwan ko a dia na refiri no development enya kwan ko a me agenda 111 e wo me district enne ya video a me ko fuko twa na me ka me send ama Dominic no de atoso usi dan na onya de chance da bu
and
hospital union. I have 111 hospitals across the country. Man, so be okay. This is assembly office. We need to do and yes, man for
the one hospital here.
It's a hospital one the only facility and for people from all walks of life. From janitors, accountants, auditors, lawyers, nurses, doctors, and you might be a family. It is a
election you know where
yeah, ultimate can jam say election to no ye. Konongo bypass na ye wo ho no. And election to ye ya na. And now go kwan na do konongo. Konongo go timi take 2 hours. Now the traffic him. Ya bypass ato akire. And no de won ka. Anya president Akufo Addo and a bypass eto nkoko achi. Na wo kan wakofa mills na ye kra de ye nkofa Akufo. Ye say ye fa nanado nko a. Nanado ba omia government. Akwan ayaye ene ye kan wasem. Projects ayaye ene ye kan wasem. Ya te ho no. Ye nim. Even the Bosome from home asem okay. 2 weeks ago me ko Bosome from home. The candidates, parliamentary candidates, or your madam from asem okay. 2 weeks ago me ko I can say on authority say the akwan no kan boa parliamentary because na Bosome from your madam akwan ayaye nti. Akwa Bosome from akwa boa no. Omo ye kwan na omo ye no say 50 years ago a kwan no kan boa omo ye say years ago this is what we say
main bosomefra ho kwan na wo fa junction a it's one of the main roads aye kwan no afi bosomefra ho ekofo asiwa adakaburu so kwan no ampa ha ma me kire wo ye kwan 16 years ni ye wo ye kwan 16 years na wo za mo nya You get the point. It is a main bosomefra no obi a wa fa sa kwan ni so nyina some portions for junction na asay one of the main roads enye kwan no dey some portions. What I say yeah some portions 2 weeks ago adakaburu so
I don't catch no
yeah kwan no be 16 years. Yeah wo ye kwan years na wo maintain. Yeah kwan 14 years wo maintain.
Maybe aba wo quota.
Obi a wa fa sa kwan ni so nyina some
constituency no.
Say kwan no enye ba kwan no dey some portions. What I say yeah 2 weeks ago me ko
Jabe, I don't fact no we quota na. Quota ho be so atutu.
Quota.
Yeah kwan 14 years.
Maybe aba quota. You can hear phone in Jabe constitution. Ekwana ni mo say 2 weeks ago me ko ho. Oh, of abosi ekro mo impo say. At least imitimi nka Jabe abubo ho asem kra. Bosome fra ho de 2 weeks ago me ko ho. Bosome fra ho fo so tie.
Wo ko ho na say de wo kan yi atutu no. Eden na mo ma ya fa ho.
Yes. Fe na o ka asem no. There is a contractor. What cost site?
5 months to election and a contractor. Now, move is want to be for better for an unquote. Yeah, but about 5 months also contractor cost site.
Enti, you have 12 enti. I mean, your coin.
Your contractors in the process so by about 12 months. Or Moncoya Quabe break crowd cast on the contract.
I mean, contract. You have 12 enti. I mean, school. You have 12 enti nipa wu.
Obi metro miniasi.
You have 12 enti nipa wu.
Obi on ties as
Obi. Sasani Canada. And you say 1 year or 2 years to election cry and say
Obi on say
amamuo yan to aso nto.
Okay.
And untumi nya Ghana kwan nyina said one day no Ghana kwan nyina contract. Is that possible? It is not possible. Obviously this time I anwa kwanta kwan no. Ya obi de this time yanko hobio. Ya wi anwa kwanta ya be ko ba bi foforo. Me I sit here as a district chief executive. I award the contracts as entity chair. Yentumi award the contracts emma bia Obama district
project bia.
Yes, project bia anya possible.
Okay.
It is even out of order. Do you have the financial muscles to even do that? And over here you set your priorities.
Okay.
You set your priorities. So you beto abenti and about 20. Now muti mekasa unhunhun am nya kwan bo so me fra unfo hia kwan.
Into mo be
very well. For here kwan ye be ye.
No nsiabo.
For here kwan ye be ye. Kwabri for here kwan. Kwabri akwan aye.
Kwabri mo ye.
Kwabri akwan aye. Obi kwabri akwan aye. Obi me say kwabri akwan aye fatoto. Kwabri akwan aye.
Mo be ye. 1 minute.
Obi.
Yes.
One who say MPP for so my kwan.
E kwan no afa so.
Omo me
ba. Okwaye wo kwabri. O fa so o hu se ko
omo nya kwan bia wo kwabri.
No, your microphone is on.
It we can say ma.
My voice no my voice no my.
Me na so ma nfa na.
One say. Na nsen ya regional minister ko program. And you say Mesra Obi amane ma nya force.
Ya to me ya pe ya bam ya to me see adan ama judges court of appeal judges.
Na judges no mo si dan ma no mo da bonten.
Akase
maton o masase adi na mapia o munyina kogu ba bi ba kwa
sasana oka obi munya kwan na obutu kom obi munya kwan no obutu kom sasana oka yesi adan
live from Kumasi Bantama Church of Pentecost and yedi Ekosiisen efi ha ebremo and why beneficiaries forum and the ebe cover emma live you hear the discussion segment
Obi me last one and say
yes 30
regional
seconds.
minister ko program ne say aboa koto o say o da sika kokko so na yibi mi anhwa the regional minister ko timi yiba ya anwea ya say for 5 projects I was say why o say bra me fi achi ho o say project multimedia for mo na mo bo Rebecca ma 5 project regional minister now dem dey asiri wom NPP apart from omo communication committee no almost our strategic communication committee regional minister no na ye chairman o no no mpo na 5 project won't me more na CID dey on na bere no nkwa o asenso boachen so ko program yes omo 5 project won't me anya dey won't me ambo menua sa wo se why ade a nipa na di omo ani be ye dey ebehunu enya na obekasa prof lumumba ka asem bi otisi ebusa o se ka de waye na wo se o kasa 1 hour ma o kon ho twetwe ntirinti a na kire se wonya dey wonya hwe ti MPP for Ashanti region omonya hwe
Abass Nurudeen Esquire any attending Kano Regional Communications Officer NDC lawyer Kwame Poku CID or District Chief Executive of Amansia South and a communicator of the NPP and Motening. I mean, you say. Live commentary of them, FM. Have a great evening.